Hey gang, so before we get started, I wanted to tell you about a secret rule that they are competing over that they have no clue about. For the first little bit of this interview, whenever they say the name of a director, they get a point. That being said, might have missed a couple while dealing with technical difficulties, but such is life. Enjoy the podcast finale. Welcome to the PRFFP season finale of season 2. Welcome the council members, Zach, Andrew, and Josiah. Yay.
Yay me. Yay Josiah. Yay Zach.
Did
Insert
anybody
clapping
catch
here.
Did anybody catch that in Andrew's episode? Instead of like the big applause, it was just like 4 people clapping. Did anybody catch that?
I did. I
I
just
did.
chose to ignore it.
Like nobody said anything, but I was so proud of that bit.
Well, and you had extra claps during yours, I believe.
I think I forgot to move it from the beginning to like I think I put it in time with the intro
Sure.
instead
Sure.
of doing it like during the host introduction. Anyway,
Did you catch the subtle ways I like mocked you when I did the intro for your thing? Like I listened to multiple episodes on just how you said welcome, and I like copied that. Like you always go, "Welcome to the PRFF." Yeah, so I practiced that for quite a while just so I could nail it.
the good news is that you don't have to ever listen to it again, buddy.
Until next year,
That's right.
We'll see.
when you do season 3 for Party Room 4 in 2024.
Yeah, I think
Everything
If
is so well synced up.
yeah, if I were to do another season, we would just call it season 4, and just so I don't have to do it's 3 for 4.
Well, what you could do is you could pull like a Disney and just add like a Boba Fett thing. Like the whole like debate could just be season 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then boom, season 4 is next.
Or season 3 is just you just put a microphone directly after Party Room 4, and you just live reactions. If you want to say something, you come up and say your reaction. Live reaction. That's season 3, right there.
I have a little booth in the corner in a sound studio.
There you go. You could say
It's made out of cardboard, and you're like, "Welcome to the studio." I'm so glad that we're able to make it out today.
All right. Well, I mean, general thoughts about Party Room Film Festival 3 stepped up the game yet again. What are some of y'all's thoughts? Anybody you want to call out in particular?
Well, I'll go for a quick shout out to Cody and his wife, I believe, for making these super dope. The little nerd ones, and then I have this massive, the big nerd logo there. But wanted to shout that out before we get too far in. The decor was a big step up this year.
Yeah, I
Yes.
actually, living in a 1-bedroom apartment, I don't quite have a man cave, but I do have a shelf where some of my things are allowed to go. It is on the shelf over there. So
yep. I have my little nerd thing on my shelf at work, and a couple people I've like seen them look at it and kind of look closely at it, and no one said like any direct questions about it yet. So I do wonder their impressions.
They probably just look at it and they're like, look at you, and they're like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
that
that's it.
Josiah, what did you think?
Well, I thought it was great. I'd like to do a shout out to Zach's parents for allowing us to use their property for the festival, because I thought that was just that was amazing to be able to like get together and have like an extended period of time where some of us were able to stay afterwards and hang out and everything. That was really, really cool, and hopefully we'll be able to continue to do that in years to come, because that was great.
I've got another shout out, but Zach, do you got anything?
Yeah, real quick. I'll say that I'm very, very happy with how Party Room Film Festival came about for year 3. Like mom and dad love it. Like they really had a good time with it. They like love being able to see and meet everybody and the wives and have people stay. And they really want to do it again. I hope everybody like knows that, realizes that like we want to keep hosting it year after year. And that's that is our intention. As far as the Party Room Film Festival goes, I'm really proud of everybody for, like you said, McLeod, stepping it up that, like, I don't know, like 3 notches, honestly. I thought every film was so great, and they're all unique, and it's kind of this mosaic. It's got its own, like, I don't know, episodic series thing going on. So
yeah, there was no lull. Like every single one was like enjoyable, rewatchable, like unique in their own specific way.
And I think tonight, hopefully, you know, we can kind of talk about maybe what we're thinking for this next year a little bit, you know, a few little hints, hopefully, so that we can garner a culture that continues to help everybody to make stuff that they really enjoyed making. So,
well, I'm definitely going to ask you to hold any reveals or teases until the end. That way, I'm not super distracted the entire episode.
Fair.
I also just wanted to say before we move on from this section, I thought the line this year was excellent.
Let's talk about the line there, kid.
Okay.
Let's transition. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about the line.
Okay. Well, I mean, just 1 second. What was the line? Just for clarification, Josiah.
A red sun rises, blood has been spilled this night.
What made you want to go with that line?
So I have submitted a line from Lord of the Rings every year, I believe. I know the previous year was potatoes, specifically said potatoes, which I think would have been good. But yeah, so I was just kind of doing Lord of the Rings lines until one was chosen, and now that it's been chosen, I haven't yet decided what I'm going to fixate on from now on until it gets chosen again. But yeah, I was mainly just thinking, like, yes, it's tricky to fit in there, but also it encourages people to put it in just like a really, like, it stretches you a little bit, because like it's one of those things where it doesn't easily fit in, and so I wanted people to be stretched a little bit with it. So that was the goal.
If I could interject, though, I will say I didn't really understand the complaining that a lot of people had with this line. You know, a red sun rises, blood has been spilled this night. Really, I would say does capture the spirit of like violence and antagonism that we try and perpetuate throughout Party Room Film Festival. So, you know, while that line is inherently violent, I would say the best films of the festival are inherently violent, right? Year one, you have a story about a man's, let's say, family was violently ripped from him, his future, his dreams, his goals. And the very next year, the winning film, you know, there's a tremendous amount of violence with the demon pug and the stabbing, obviously. And then with, you know, the inherent violence in Bargain Batman, we see a lot of men beaten up. So I think it actually kind of captured the spirit of the festival in a way.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that.
Yeah, happy to back you up, Josiah.
Well, let's just a brief. Let's look at how everybody used that line real quick.
Okay. Awesome.
There we go. Here it is.
Starting off with the goodie. Yeah, baby. Oh, there's another me.
Oh, that's a good. I really like it quiet. That's a good way.
Oh, can y'all not hear it?
No.
Oh,
Hear what?
But if I had to guess, I assume it's everyone saying a red sun rises, blood has been spilled this night.
Yep.
Did you turn it off?
I'm not sure that it does it share the audio. Shut up, Zach. All right, whatever. That's done. We're gonna play one less mini game than I planned on.
Can you just like voice what was gonna happen? Can you just say woo woo ba doo?
Yeah, I mean that's what's gonna happen.
Real quick, I don't know if this helps you at all. So this explanation I'm seeing is you can upload the video, upload it to Drive or YouTube, and then share the tab, and it'll be audible and visible too. I don't know if this helps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not
Hold
worth
that
it.
up a little closer to the screen, Andrew. That's very helpful.
Yeah, that's not worth it. Sorry, gang. Wow, bummer.
You're all
Sorry,
good,
gang.
Dude,
All right,
it's fine.
and back in. Whoops. Yeah, no. So, video, audio doesn't work, which is gonna bite us in the butt later. But so, one of the things that I've always thought was wrong with the festival is the lack of awards. All right, we added like 15 this year, obviously, but I really think that we need to have an award for who uses the line the best and who uses their prop the best.
Who do you think uses it the best, McGlynn?
For both, I would think that it is Matt Stice, because he used it to reinforce his thing. For example, I mean, like, let's just call a duck and say that a lot of people just kind of throw it in the background, or a lot of people just God, why is this not working? I'm so bad.
This is the best
everything.
podcast episode I've ever been a part of.
I'm glad you're
gonna
enjoying
love
it.
the red space.
The host is just like, God freaking damn it.
Yeah, you will all be mentioned in my suicide note. All right, so moving on from the line, here are the props. All right, we have Aaron uses it to eat off of. I used it as a portal. It is the centerpiece for mine. Andrew just kind of put it there in black and white to fade through. Levi didn't.
Black and white. That definitely doesn't fit the whole film at all. So
if we focus in real close, that's where Levi's was, way in the background.
Okay.
Critiquing that masterwork.
I mean, Cody's just kind of showed up for like 2 frames on the TV. I mean, I just feel like people aren't taking the props and lines seriously. Here's
another one that I'd like to shout out, though, because I think that Sam did a really good job with it, because it was like one of the murder weapons in Clue, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like an actual like murder prop. So I think Sam did pretty darn good.
I think to answer your question about the awards, if people like want to do it, we can. But I feel like I would completely forget who uses what. You know what I mean? Like after 14 films, you get to the end and it's like, okay, so who used the prop the best? And it's like, well, I don't know. Like,
we will have had to have screened the films. We would have to screen the films prior to in order to decide that.
Mm-hmm. Or the council has like it gives out notebooks to all the voters to help keep track of everything. Come on, guys. Where's your chutzpah?
We make you a film festival. What more do you want?
That's old news.
When Trevor gets elected, this will be his job.
That's true.
To watch every film 8 times to find all of the little Easter eggs that are forced to be in there.
Exactly.
You know what we could do? Here's what we could do is, if we wanted to, we could do like that award after the festival, where everybody has the chance to go back and watch them, and then we could do like a survey monkey for everyone, and then everybody could have a chance to like rewatch them, and they could choose some of these things that, you know, the night of, you're enjoying the experience, you're laughing along with the group, you're just kind of having fun watching them for the first time. But I feel like judging who uses the prop and the line the best is something like what you did, Jacob, of going back and rewatching all of them for your podcast. That's the time to decide some of those types of things. So we could do something like that following the festival, like maybe a week later or something like that, where everybody can go back, rewatch them, and then they can choose based on having seen it a couple of times if they wanted to.
We could even do that like in a final podcast episode, like we're doing now. Like we could award someone an award right now because we've watched all the films, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I like that
I've
too.
got all of the props right here. I can throw it back up if that would help. So I mean, Sam is definitely a contender. It's one of the
in my
main
opinion.
things.
Yeah, but also Josiah in his had it as like I do love that he had like a commercial for Nickelback and it had like, you know, like positive lyrics or something like that show up as that was a really good one too.
Can we agree that Andrew is not in the running for it?
Well, I will agree, if only that I think my use of the line in my film was very well done because I think it was like one of the more seamless uses of the line.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Yeah. But no, I'm going to say something I never thought I'd say. I actually do agree with McGlone here in this situation. I think Matt's use of the Nickelback CD, I mean, just an iconic reach through the screen, pull out a Nickelback CD. I mean, I think you can't beat that.
And then using it to take out the bad guy.
Like, yeah, true. It's like the only time Nickelback has been used for good. So it's like a redemptive arc.
So would you say that it's like a better use of Nickelback than like in Aaron's film, since the Nickelback was not effective against the bear? Like it just managed to get out a sound bite, and that was about it.
Well, Aaron also uses it to eat off of. He uses it as a survival tool.
So I mean, true. That is true. Yeah,
it's like a plate. Like
it probably took away at least 2 hit points from the bear. So someone in the future will be thankful that bear had 2 less hit points.
That's right. The party of adventurers will feel better about it.
So I mean, I'm not on the council. Y'all make a decision. Who gets award for best use of the prop?
I'm cool with giving it to Sam.
I'm Bargain Batman.
Oh, I mean to Matt.
Yeah. Bargain Batman. My vote.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Bargain Batman was the best use of it. And the most fun the night of when he pulls it out like that.
That's an iconic like when you think, I think maybe the way to think about this is like while the clip in Aaron's film is good, like the reach over, that is like a iconic beauty of PRFF moment, right? Like we will be seeing that for the next several years, I believe.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's not going to play correctly, obviously, but it can at least jog y'all's memory on what
it's ingrained in my memory.
Supposed to look like. Here are the quotes.
A red sun rises. Blood has been spilled this night. A red sun rises.
Blood has been spilled this night.
A red sun rises.
Blood has been spilled this night.
A red sun rises.
Blood has been spilled this night. A red sun rises.
Blood has been spilled this night.
As red sun rises.
Blood has been spilled this night.
East! A red sun rises!
Blood has been spilled this night.
Oh. So are you just trying to play the same thing you played before?
No, but it's going to jog your memory about like when it was said. Just shut up, all right? It's not going well for me over here.
Oh, it was used well in Jacob's film as well. I forgot about that. Because like when I think of the line, I think what is the most like seamless use of the line? Close call.
I agree.
Yeah, that's more what we don't need nerd falling down on my watch, so we're just gonna move that down.
Nerd never falls.
Nerd will never fall.
But if we do fall, we will crush Moose in the process.
Absolutely. Yeah, we take them down.
Moose.
No, I vote my criteria for the line is I think it the one that is like seamlessly integrated into the plot.
See, like I think I would give it to Matt as well, just because he uses it to reinforce his category of breaking the fourth wall. Like Sam says it, and then he immediately looks at the camera.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, but he says it at night, correct?
Yes, he does. Wow. Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Right, so Matt's out of the running. Who else do we got?
Yes.
I also like Josiah's use of the line as well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, bring the joke back around at the end.
Mm-hmm. And I do like
that.
Sorry, go, Josiah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, my goal was leading into that was kind of playing off of Matt's idea from his first year of, teasing that the line is gonna come, but then you put something else in its place, but mixing it up by inserting some of the lines from the past in there, which I thought was very funny. I cracked up as I was editing it together, but
it was good. Yeah. Yeah, and I do like, I think I said this before, but in McGlone's film, it's a very it's inserted into the it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it matches like the craziness that is going on. Like the film is already insane. So and you have that line against, Paul Sigler's excellent performance.
Yeah.
So
his delivery is what makes it, is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
it really is. Yeah. So
all right, so do I get? Is that going to me?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
I think. Yeah.
I graciously accept this here Mountain Dew on behalf of everything. So thank you so much.
You can
Ben.
only drink half the Mountain Dew. The other half you have to send to Paul Sigler so that he can drink it for his performance. As
I'm gonna put it in like a Ziploc bag and like mail it with It's gonna have like a fragile sticker on it. We'll see how it goes. He's gonna get an empty popped bag. And then one thing that I don't think we've ever touched on before is how about best special effect? And since we haven't touched on it before, I would give my pitch for it would be like best special effect of all time. My pitch would also go to Matt Stice for putting Harry Fogel and Josiah Downey in the same room, even though they were never in. Like, I would put that up there because that's insane to me.
So what's the criteria of this? Are so we're talking all time, all the films? Is that
All the
or just
films.
this past year? All the films. Okay.
I mean, practical effect, visual effects. What do you, what have you? Just what stands out to you?
I think Matt again, but for a different reason. I think the reach out of the frame, it's not a crazy special effect, but it's perfect. Like you weren't expecting it. It was like legitimately really, really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I would also raise then McGlone's hand-to-hand fight combat because it did come like just completely out of nowhere and looked pretty darn good. So.
Yes,
And it looks good until you do it frame by frame. Just
well, yeah, but that's
okay
like
because it was really fast. So
exactly.
So it was worth it, and your rotating shot,
was
really impressive as well. So there were a lot of good special effects in that one. Thinking back,
yeah. What happened to me? Am I right?
There's it's also an odd number year. Next year's even. You'll be
next
fine.
Year's even. Next year is
There's
even,
also
boys.
the Trevor's mouse commercial with the two of him running next to each other. That I really couldn't tell that it wasn't actually done in real life. Trevor didn't have his twin brother there next to him.
Yeah, I believed it up until, and really this was the first point, but when there was just a black box in the center that he couldn't green screen out for whatever reason.
You see, what is so beautiful about that effect is that he's using computer graphic effects, but he's also using the practical effects of those costumes to like really blend it together to create something seamless.
Well, and have I told you the story when he was trying to like contact me during this, like filming this?
No.
Yeah, so year one, right? We only did it over a month. remember? And I told people, like, I am filming a wedding today, so if you need to contact me before 10 a.m. because I will not respond the rest of the day, because I knew somebody would try and ask me a question. And sure enough, like
5 a.m.
just 7 or 8 p.m., Trevor, we're like 4 hours to the deadline. Trevor's like, hey, so how do you I have a green screen question for you. And I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like I'm filming, I'm filming a wedding. And he like kept texting me. And then finally he was like, oh wait, never mind. I got Paul to do it. And I think his thing was he was using iMovie and he had to like double green screen. So he could explain it better than I do. And maybe this gives it the award to him anyway, but he had to export one version with only himself and then put it back into iMovie and then put himself green screened again, because I don't think you can double layer green screen in iMovie.
Yeah.
That might be wrong, but I think that's how he figured it out.
I also think what might be a cool idea to have for a reward in the future is like best innovative like pioneer, like the James Cameron Award, where like because
Big
like
fan.
Matt is also like always trying to push himself to create something that we haven't seen before. And I think that that's like kind of very encouraging. Like McGlone, say what you will about your crazy gummy bear film. I thought it was very fun, and I thought it like pushed some boundaries. You tried to do something different, you know. And so I think that there should be like either for special effects or just some kind of pioneering. Like that was original.
I like that.
I am the Chuck Yeager of the Party Room Film Festival because of my gummy bear film. Yeah, that's a
Wait, here's the thing. Like with the films, we don't want like cookie cutter stuff, right? And if one person like wins off of one idea one year, I don't think I've voted for the same person back-to-back years for best film, right? Because like you kind of have already made your film, and like I want to see something new. So again, that's why like the how to not find food in the wild was so funny, because it came after like 8 narrative, I'm making that number up, but like 8 like story based films, and then your thing was just like what is going on, and like that's what made it iconic, because it was just a total random in the middle of all that.
And when you watch these films or like a show, like be it like I don't know, like Love, Death and Robots, or what one of these like pieces of art where it's like a million different stories in one. I'm trying to think of there's a movie that's like that as well. Like it's fun. Variety is the spice of life in those films. So hopefully we can like accomplish that.
So do we have a vote for best special effect of all time, and then next year we'll do it just for.
Do we want to just have each person say their favorite? Because I feel like we've said like 5
That
things.
works. Yeah, I mean, like that's one that I kind of caught y'all off guard with. What is your favorite, and trying to get you to remember over 30 films. So yeah, I mean, starting with Josiah, unless he's not ready. Can you think of your favorite special effect?
Favorite special effect? It honestly, I would say it probably is your fight scene from Meaningless. I would say that's probably one of my favorites as far as what you were able to accomplish with having the multiple of you, and just the speed and the energy of it and stuff would probably be my favorite.
Oh, I appreciate that, buddy. King, go.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say the fight scene in the Clone Fever Dream or whatever you called it, with a very close second, like super honorable mention to Bargain Batman, the reach through the screen. It's very cool.
Okay. If I got the last award, so I mean, like if we.
What about me? I get to choose one.
I know, but I just I need to prompt you with this. If y'all keep complimenting me, it's going to seem that like I really prompted you to do that. And I've already been guilty of doing that with the Rotten Doppel versus Rotten Roommate.
I'm not giving you this award.
Okay.
So you're admitting that you did you did rig that entire thing.
I don't
Rotten
know how I did it. Like, I genuinely said Rotten Doppel every time. In my defense, though, every single wife was like, which one is that? And I said, it's the one where Aaron gets possessed by the demon pug and blah, 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 blah. So I explained, and they knew which one, but I definitely said Rotten Doppel in like every single one.
Does that include Caitlin? What did you say to Caitlin? Because we heard very little of that one.
For Caitlin, I said Rotten Doppel, but I also said it was the one where Aaron gets killed by the pug. You were there. I think that was like my exact quote, but either way.
And she said she liked yours better?
Yeah, but I mean, all of that voting is faulty now, so who knows?
Another rigged election.
Another rigged election.
That's how they go.
Anyway, Zach, favorite special effect?
My favorite special effect is from the Mousetrap Killers, the lightning strike behind the main character when he delivers the line. That's the best special effect of all time.
Well, what I'm hearing just now is that 2 of the council members said me, and 2 of the council members said Matt. So me and Matt are the special effect kings of the festival. Everybody else needs to step up their game.
I'd agree.
I guess.
Yeah.
Do you think we can step up our game any more than we did last year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
This year's going to be nuts.
Well, that is a good little tease. And right there, we're going to call it. That is the end of round 1. Give me just 1 second to tally up the scores real quick.
Round 1. What did we win?
Right,
what are we competing over?
Give me just 1 second. Stop talking. Shut up.
How do I win?
This is like Squid Game. You're not really sure what's going on, but then people just start getting shot.
Everything's
like, oh,
a test.
People just start dying in the streets. Okay.
I got some of those cookies from, we have an Asian grocery store that we went to. I got some of those cookies where you have to try to scratch it out and stuff. And we tried it and we all would have gotten shot.
All right. So currently in the lead, what we have. Oh, 1 second. There it is. All right. 1. This is what the scores look like. Is it showing for y'all?
Yeah, it's just really small.
Wait, what's happening here? Why is my... Guys, I promise I'm good at things. There it is.
I see I'm winning.
All right. At the end of round 1, we have Andrew King with 14, Zach with 13, and Josiah with 6. So that's
It's gonna be one of those things where you have to guess what we're doing to get points.
all right. But after that, we are going to go into our first mini game. Who's ready for a mini game?
Isn't this the second mini game?
No, this is the first mini game. It's after round 1.
Duh.
Zach, do you remember playing a mini game? Come on, man.
Yep. Of course I did.
I hope I'm better
I
at this
remember
one
that
than the
game
last
well.
one. I'm really far behind.
All right.
Is
Give
it
me
is
just
it
1
based on
second to set this
word
on.
count? Because
Give me just 1
me and Andrew
second
talk.
to set this up.
You ought to put like an animation between these transitions, McClone.
Okay, make it.
Well,
Make
just
it
put
and-
a
make it
dissolve,
and then it
bruh.
Just dissolve.
Okay, make it and then I will.
God.
George Lucas White.
Mhm.
I like
Anyway,
it.
all right. The rules in round 1 are currently paused. We will be moving on to the mini game, which is, if it'll share, Fetch. Brought to you by the Party Room Film Festival.
Are we trying to make this happen?
What do you mean?
Are we trying to make fetch happen?
Fetch is going to happen, yes.
Okay.
So,
It's about time.
So in this mini game, it's basically a scavenger hunt, right? I'm going to an item will pop up on the screen, and you have to go get that item and have it in frame for me to see first. Okay, whoever gets it first will get the point. All right.
Okay.
So for just a practice round right here, the way that every round is going to start, I need to see everybody's hands. All right. And then you have to wait until I say go to go get your item. So I need to see everybody's hands. Practice round right here. Go get a nerd item. Go. See, King was quick on the draw.
Oh, we gotta wait for go?
You gotta wait for go.
Jeez.
Some of these I'll have to explain a little bit. But all right, let me see everybody's hands. I need you to go get a pillow. Go. And Josiah gets that win easily.
Ooh, he's on a bed.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a bed, so that gave me a distinct advantage. I'm also in somebody else's house, so it's going to be interesting. We'll see how many of these things actually know where they're located.
Yeah, whenever you told me, actually, I'll tell you what. We can do first place gets 5, second will get 3.
Okay.
There we go. And last place get none. So that'll put Josiah with 5, Andrew with 3. I'll do all of them later. Next, I need a loaf of bread. Go.
All right. Loaves of bread. Loaves of bread.
You know, I didn't think about how awkward the silence is going to be. All of you are gone.
I can still hear you because I got my AirPods in.
Same.
Well, that's good.
We're playing a game where we have to go and grab stuff. So I may be.
Are those muffins?
This is the only bread I have in this house.
You know what? I'll count it. All right, so that's one for, and Josiah gets the next one. Oh, please tell me Zach didn't run all the way to his house, to his parents' house to get one of those loaves of bread.
Come in last.
He should get points for the effort.
If that's what he truly did, then I'll sacrifice my muffin points.
Yeah,
he could come in second.
Or maybe he's just like trying to call my bluff and see that like.
Yeah, Zach's never coming back.
Yeah, he's just gonna wait until the mini.
So just to clarify, just so I understand this right, this is an audio podcast, and you're having us play a very visual game of fetch.
Well, it's gonna be just like last.
Now I'm not giving up my points. I reclaim my muffin points.
Zach, I'll give you 1 point for that, buddy.
Sweet.
All right. Next, I need you to go get a flower. Go.
Flower.
Oh boy.
It can be a fake flower, a real flower, ideally a real flower.
Stop.
We're playing a game.
Well, don't.
Oh no. Andrew King with the win again. Oh no. All right. I didn't think about how awkward this game is with the silence.
Did I get back first? I have one fake flower.
You know, we'll count it.
Nice.
Poor Zach. All
right, I'm gonna put this back away.
So Zach is going and drawing another flower on a piece of paper, I assume.
He can just do that on a seat.
I think he's trying to build the suspense with his artistry, is the thing. Zach. Should we
you've either set yourself up to have a very long episode with a lot of lulls, or you're gonna have to do a lot of editing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be one or the other.
Or both.
Here's the thing. I never said that I was good at this, and I stand by that. And oh no. All right. We're do we move on? How committed is Zach to this?
We'll find out when he comes back.
And I mean, like, surely by this point he should just give up because he knows that he is not getting it, right? But right? Like he should know. I don't know what to do now. I've created a problem for myself.
We've lost that.
So, anybody heard any good jokes recently? Okay. We're just gonna assume that Zach fell into the lake and the alien got him.
Yeah, at what point do we send a search party?
All right, gentlemen, let me see if I can get a toilet paper roll. Go. This was such a bad idea. It was so good in my head, but it's such a bad idea. I would like to apologize to all of the listeners for having to deal with this type of buffoonery on behalf of the podcast host. Is there no toilet paper on that?
It had just been thrown into the trash.
You know what? I asked for a toilet paper roll, so I didn't say it had to have TP on it. So that point's going to Josiah. 5 to Josiah. Andrew, thank you. That gets 3. And Zach still isn't back with.
Zach comes back and he has all the items in his arms.
I'm just gonna call the bluff and say that he gave up on the minigame and he's sitting just off screen. That's what I'm guessing is happening. He figured this will be a good time for a bathroom break. All right, things will get harder now.
Right.
Awesome.
Going back to year 1, does anybody have a mouse trap? If you just don't have it, you can just say pass. And if everybody passes,
yeah. If we were home, I still have the mouse traps from year 1 that I keep around for reusing.
All right. How about year 2? All right. How about year 2 when a shovel?
I don't either.
Still no.
I borrowed Zach's dad's shovel for both years. Actually, I think.
I have like a garden. I have like a garden spade. Does that count?
We'll pass.
Yeah.
All right. So first we did year 1, then we did year 2. All right. How about $3.50? Go.
In exact change?
Exact. I need $3.50, not 4.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I've got cash here. But...
What's great about this is that cash is a delicacy. Nobody has coins anymore. Remember piggy bank? Remember the old America? Remember Star Wars? I saw an arm on Andrew's screen. Josiah is getting the in-laws help, I believe. I'm hearing a cavalcade of people coming to his rescue.
Most of it's just the TV.
Oh.
Oh. You have coins in here. I need exactly $3.50.
Zach, I don't know how to tell you this. You don't get the point for the foot.
Did Zach just get back?
Zach just got
amazing. I mainly just need
buddy, I'll give you 1 point for the flowers. I'm sorry. You're muted, so I can't hear you cussing at me, just so you know.
I might have. Okay.
Zach, buddy, we've moved on.
Oh, fantastic. Well, what do I gotta go find next?
$3.50.
I've got that for sure.
All right, I've got $3.50. So
right,
two
I've
quarters.
Got
$3
two.
EPS.
I have a ton of pennies.
Zach got back so. You guys, y'all didn't see him come back on the screen. He looks so proud of his flowers.
Wait, what flowers did you bring, Zach? I didn't
You
get
want
to
to see him
Can you show
again?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see him.
I found some dandelions. Look at that.
Zach,
Aw.
Zach, please
found
tell me you have $3.50, so I don't have to count out 350 pennies.
I've only got
Because I will
$3
win, but if I
if
can't,
Rex bar tokens count. It's like a game place.
That's probably
They
worth
don't.
50 cents.
Jacob, you did this to yourself.
Out of sheer pity, yes, you're dragging that they count.
Nice. So
30 cents.
Andrew, stop.
Thank God.
What I hate is I know what else is on this list, and I just hate myself so much right now.
This is your fault, dude.
Listen,
Yeah,
man, I
you
got a
have done
really good
this.
flashlight. I go find anything you need.
All right, Zach,
And
we
I
came
hate
up with the
losing.
rule. Zach, we did come up with the rule while you were gone. If you just don't have it, you can just say pass, and we can just skip the round. But definitely give it a shot, please.
Dude, I'm getting points for just trying, so I'll keep trying.
Yeah, I'll say freebies over here.
All right. Next up, I need a Christmas decoration. Go.
Got it. Got you, boo.
Andrew's a little slow on the draw, leaving the table there. We'll see how that, how well that bodes for him. Zach seemed mighty confident leaving. He's about to go get the Chewbacca cut out and say it's a Life Day thing.
All right.
Nice. There we go.
Got a little Mario.
Is that Mario? That's awesome.
I have a Christmas tote bag.
I'll take it. Not necessarily a decorate. We'll see what Josiah brings.
Got a gumdrop that says Zach.
If I was Zach, you'd give me one point for just trying.
I'll give you 1 point,
I
but if
think you should
Josiah
give him a
brings me like
point for
a giant,
trying.
if Josiah brings a candy cane, then he gets it. You know, Zach, stop.
This is what you told me to do.
Yeah, but you don't have to do full show and tell.
This is what
Yeah,
you
but
told me to do.
All right, I'm gonna say that is 1 point for Andrew and 1 point for Josiah. All right. Josiah, you have no shot at this, and I very much apologize for that. I thought you would be home.
That's okay.
I need to see the Hawaiian shirt that I gave you at my wedding. There's no way Josiah has this. Oh my God! Josiah! No!
I have this for a very specific reason, which will be revealed later. But I actually have this with me here.
Oh my
That's so
gosh.
funny.
Wow, Josiah, quick on the draw.
All right, I'm gonna go put this angel back away.
Good job, Andrew. There we go.
That's awesome.
Why did Josiah have that? That's amazing.
Good for Josiah. Yeah.
Melissa, the next one was McGlone's Hawaiian shirt from the wedding, which I actually had because
Zach,
that's
do you
so
have
funny.
it?
And the angel worked.
It's in my storage thing.
I gotcha.
It's in storage. I heard that they already got them. So
All good. All right. Last round. I promise. I'm sorry for tormenting y'all. I thought this would be a lot easier for some reason. I'm very dumb.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
This is
I'm
great.
having a great time.
Zach,
Yes.
I think Zach will win this one, but let's just see. I'm going to put 45 seconds on the clock. Okay. This last round, they are not so much who gets back, but more who fulfills the criteria, if that makes sense. So wait until I say go, because these might need a little bit of explaining. All right. So I need the longest book. All right. You have 45 seconds to bring me a book. We will all go to the last page, and whoever has the longest book gets 5. Second longest, 3. Least longest is 1. Ready, go. I'm curious what Josiah does. He's being quite resourceful with this, being at the in-laws' place.
I have one book with me that I'm currently reading, so I brought that. Well, I've got a couple books, but the nonfiction one
Is that the
I'm reading
Calvin
is
and
the
Hobbes?
longest.
Zach, don't you have like the Iliad or like Homer's? Like,
Oh, I thought you meant long as an actual like.
oh no!
That's really funny.
Andrew, what did you bring?
I have this biography on George Washington. Do you want the page number?
Yeah, what's the last page number?
904.
What is it, Josiah?
All right, I have Oathbringer by Brandon Sanderson, paperback.
Freaking book.
It is a long book. The last page number is 1306.
Okay, so Josiah gets that round. But
wait, we didn't find out how Calvin and Hobbes is.
How long is Calvin and Hobbes?
It's roughly like 30 inches. Like, it's a real long book, you know?
All right. Josiah gets 5 points, but because of the sheer creativity and interesting interpretation, Zach is getting 3 points as well as Andrew.
Jeez. I'd like to point out, I believe my book is significantly larger than Josiah. Not that size matters, because obviously size doesn't matter, but
It is true. It is longer
if
physically.
we were
probably.
measuring, I would be longer than Josiah.
All right.
Hey, if we're going by that criteria, though, look at that.
Oh, man. That's really
It's a
long.
huge freaking book, man.
That's really big.
Those are big panels.
All right.
Is it annoying to hold something so large like that, Zach, or do you just get used to it?
Moving on. No, stop it. I will not let my podcast deteriorate into such trivial adolescence. All right. Remember, wait till I say go. Let me see hands. All right. Next up.
Last round.
I thought that was the last one.
No, I said like this is the last round of items.
You just make it up rules.
Shut up. All right. Next up, I want to see the coolest Nerf gun. If anybody has these.
That
All
one.
right, go. Oh, looks
Zach's
like
got this.
Zach might be the only one. Zach, if
Yeah, I
you
think
show up with
I think this is all
anything, you
Zach's.
get 5.
I have a Scottish Claymore
It's not
and
Nerf.
Sting. Shoot.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's Nerf or it's nothing.
That's
I will say,
a really good point.
Jacob, the Nerf gun that you gave me for from your wedding, I the other day I set up a bunch of cups on a table in my apartment on one end of the apartment, and I was trying to target shoot them from the other, and I was having a great time. So
I was about to
it's
say,
going to- it's
Andrew,
going to
I
good
gave you
use.
a Nerf gun not
I
too
did.
long ago.
I gave it to my brother because because I thought he would like it because he said
All right.
he's really enjoying it. It's bringing him a lot of joy.
it's getting used.
Exactly.
All right. But I do think that as nerds, you should have Nerf guns. I mean, come on, guys. Thank you,
I'm a
Zach.
One of my
Zach, as the
friends
only one to
fucking
have
bought
one.
kids over one time, and I like didn't have any toys, but I was like, oh, I've got Nerf guns. I actually have them. So I I didn't give them any bullets, but I just let them have the guns. And they would run around and go. It was really funny. It was great.
All right. Next up, this isn't necessarily a real one, kind of just a poll to kind of win an argument with my wife. Show me the wedding invitation magnet thing that we gave you. It was like a save the date or something. It was a magnet. Does anybody still have that?
It very well may still be on our fridge because we don't change things out very often. But that
Okay.
fridge is
In another
600
state?
miles away in another state. So I think it's still on there.
Oh, Zach actually has it. Oh, what a
I
sweetie.
collect all of them. I try to keep everybody's invitations that they send me. It's a
That's
thing.
nice.
Okay, well,
I
I've
do
been
not
proven
have
wrong.
it, but we just moved, and also we actually had a massive hole behind our fridge, and it was like a whole ordeal. The wall was wet,
Ooh.
and yeah, it was not great. So
There was
no.
a whole.
a lot was taken off the fridge, and we also moved. So it is not there.
Well, all right.
But I remember seeing it recently.
Interesting. That was interesting. It did not have the outcome I expected. For two rounds.
What did Maddie expect for the outcome to be?
Maddie had the I said, why don't we just get paper save the dates, because they're just going to put it in their phone calendar anyway. Let's not spend money. And she was like, no, people keep these. And I was like, there's no way people keep these. But apparently all do. So that sucks for me.
How does it feel to be wrong? How does it feel to be wrong?
It feels like being married. That's all it is. I'm used to it by now. All right. Zach shut out for 2 rounds. Only one to show up. So, all right, back to it. A picture of someone you love. Go. Picture Inception from Andrew King.
Does this not count?
It's
a picture.
We will see what. Like I said, it's not necessarily about the quickness. It's more about what gets presented.
I see the back. Does my wife not a picture of someone I
need a
love?
picture of you. I need a picture of you.
You need a picture of me? That's so sweet, buddy. Andrew, you can stop holding it because I'm scared. If you do that too many times, it calls the cops, and I'm scared that you're gonna. I'm scared that it's gonna do that.
Actually, I should have won anyway because I got a picture of someone I love right here.
That's a good one. No, it's.
I mean, that wasn't your submission, but
it wasn't.
All right. I'm gonna say that the 45-second timer is up, Josiah.
Oh, he's in. He's in. He's right there.
There we go. All right.
So we're at Melissa's grandmother's house. So this is one with Melissa's grandmother and her. This is Melissa as a little baby.
All right. I am going to say that Zach saying that he loves the nerds trumps both of you loving your wives.
Dude, it turns out that the secret weapon to winning this game is just be Zach.
It's true. I mean, that's a secret weapon to winning at life. Right there.
So, Josiah is getting 3 points because he actually has a framed image, while King only has his phone.
Are you serious?
Right. I am serious.
Screw you. I hate you.
It's okay, Andrew. You have a buffer because you were winning after the first round, even though we don't know what we were playing over.
All right. Remember, we have 45 seconds on the clock. Go get something that Jacob would think is cool. And go. Are you just going to submit the Hawaiian shirt?
Yeah.
Surely you've got something cooler than that.
Not necessarily.
Let's see. Things that Jacob loves. Minecraft. I like weapons. Big fan of anything Edgar Wright. Everything Everywhere All at Once. If you're about to show me the picture of Melissa as a baby again.
No, this is a different picture. I'll reveal it once Andrew and Zach are back, so we can all see.
We've got 5 seconds on the clock, gentlemen. 5, 4, 3.
Whoa!
All right, King, timer just went off. DQ'd.
So, geez, yeah, I guess it should have been Zach.
Unless. All right. Unless you bring something absolutely stellar.
Nah, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'll bring something.
Okay.
I don't
I want to wait to reveal mine until Andrew can see it too.
I don't want to like Andrew could have just brought his Claymore and I would have been like 5. Like that I feel like that's a pretty cool thing. But no. Zach brought Baby Driver. Amazing. Baby Driver on disc set. On Blu-ray.
No.
Oh.
Over
There it
that
is.
was high octane special feature. Oh man, I mean,
Excellent.
See, if you would have just ran and got that quickly,
so good.
that would have
I
been
was trying to, but it's locked behind glass. I got this thing displayed, dude.
Fair enough.
All
Fair
right,
enough.
just let me see what you have.
Okay. I don't know if this is cool or not, but this is one of the decorations from the room.
That's way cooler than my thing. I forfeit. That's awesome.
This is
Yeah,
hanging on the
baby.
wall. so-
Yeah.
Oh God, how do I compare those?
Josiah won.
No, I don't like clowns.
That's cool though.
That's terrifying. All right, I'm giving Zach the point, then Josiah because he was on time, and then King with 1 for the Claymore.
You gave King one. He brought a Claymore.
It's weird because
Wait,
it was behind glass locked. I have it in a display case.
all right, safety isn't cool, or at
If
least Jacob
only-
doesn't think so.
Only the judge had said something like, if Andrew brings his Claymore, I would give him 5 points. Because the judge literally said that.
I said if you brought it quickly, I would have. Anyway, whatever. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a chance to be the judges. Okay. So it's going to be something your opponents will think is cool. What y'all are going to do is you're going to bring it, and then the other 2 are going to give it a rating on a scale of 1 to 5. Whoever has the highest rated item will get 5, then 3, then 1.
That's
Ready?
cool. I like that.
45 seconds on the clock and go. So remember, you are going for what Zach and Andrew think, what Josiah and Andrew, or what Zach and Josiah think are cool. I'm going to open up this here Mountain Dew. Ready? Doing a little bit of whatever it's called, ASMR. Got about 20 seconds left on the clock. Nope, just kidding. It's actually 10. We'll call it 20, though, just for the fun of it. I want y'all to impress each other, so I am restarting the clock. It is 20 seconds. That is a big contender. That's amazing, Andrew. All right, 10 seconds now. Zach, hurry back, hurry back.
Ooh,
That's pretty cool. Josiah's having to pull out a lot of stops here.
Yeah,
Not
I respect
home.
the game.
I'm just grabbing different items from the room.
All right, and Zach made it at the buzzer. Okay, Zach, you go first. What is that?
So it's the Star Wars soundtrack on vinyl, and as you can
Nice.
see, it's pretty good and good condition on the back. It's got a nice smoky picture of Vader.
Which
inside,
Star Wars soundtrack? Sorry,
original episode 4.
original. Sweet.
And it's got inside. It's got. There comes out one of the discs, but inside it's got a lot of pictures from the movie. And it's a very, very cool little collector's item.
That's
I
awesome.
like it. I like it.
All right.
That's cool.
All right, so Josiah and King, I need y'all to rate that on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being super cool. Josiah first.
I would say it's a 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Y'all are all going to give each other 5s. That's not going to be fun. All right, Josiah, your turn.
I have this red model car that was part of the decor of the room that we were staying.
It's very cool.
It says it's a Mercedes 500K Special Roadster. Crafted in the scale of 1 to 24. It has over 100 component parts and is finished to the highest standards of quality.
Oh, sick. Here's the thing. the judging criteria that we're given, right, is not scale of 1 to 5. It's just something your opponents will think is cool, right? So as long as you achieve that, that's a 5. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So like
Agree.
with that logic, I think that thing Josiah got is pretty cool. So I give it a 5.
Okay.
Agree. 5.
Okay. Keeping that in mind, if I just give you all the same amount of points, then we might as well have not done anything to begin with. That being said, Andrew,
Yes.
what do you show and tell?
I have this Lego model of episode 4's trench run that was gifted to me for Christmas. It took an insane amount of time to build because it's the Death Star trench and nothing makes sense. So there's all sorts of, well, I guess I should show this camera. There's
Yeah.
intricate
cool.
details. You've got
That's
an
a very
X-wing.
intricate set.
Very
A
cool.
lot of
Yeah.
tiny pieces and a lot of very
Lots
small
of tiny pieces.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mhm.
I think that's a 6.
Nope.
Agreed. I give it a 6 as well.
You know what? I can't argue with the judging, so we're going to give King 5, and then I guess Josiah and Zach both get 3 with their tied items.
Sure.
There we go. All right, give me just 1 second as I tally up that score real quick.
Oh, and it does say on the front, it says the force is strong with this one. Don't know if you can
Dang, that's awesome.
see that. This thing is awesome.
I like it.
All right. You can talk amongst yourselves while I do scoring.
McGlone, how mad would you be if I submitted that thing that clip that Aaron took out of one of the podcasts where you couldn't say with them and you said with them? If I submitted that as the line for this year.
I would be honored. However, I won't participate. So I'll just retire from filmmaking.
I'll submit that too if you want. Strength in numbers.
Raise the odds.
I like Andrew's nobody touch, or excuse me, I like Aaron's nobody touches little Mikey.
Yeah,
that is pretty good.
I did math wrong there. 1 second. Because there's no way I'm letting Andrew win this.
Mm-hmm.
What? I didn't say that out loud.
Oh no, we knew.
1 plus 5 plus 5. Yeah. All right. So after that mini game, Josiah had 48, Zach had 36, and Andrew had 28. That run there at the end really put Zach up there. But
yeah,
currently the overall scores is Josiah in the lead with 54, Zach with 49, and King with 42. So it's still a pretty close race.
I'm playing this game under protest. I feel like I got ripped off in that last
I'm sure you did. Well, hey, you can make up for it in this round, okay?
Man, this is like a saga, man. How many games we gonna play? Whew.
Yeah, it's 9:30.
You know, I play D&D for 6 hours and I am like dying here, man. Like, what are the rules? What are the boundaries of this universe that we're in? Like,
we still have to rate each film, right?
Oh God, man.
What? No.
Didn't you say we have to go through and rate each film?
No.
Oh,
I like in the beginning section. If y'all wanted
give
to,
them all 5s.
Yeah.
In the beginning section, if y'all wanted to go through and like talk about the films, but y'all didn't do that, so it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Aren't you leading this thing, McGlone? Aren't you the host? What is this passive aggressiveness?
All right.
You can't play audio through the stream because you can't figure it out.
McGlone's trying to get himself fired, I think.
All right.
What are we doing next? What's happening?
All right. So, going into this round, it's the same rules as round 1, except instead of 1 point, I will roll a d6 for each point. So a lot of variation there. This year on the podcast, we had a mini game. And so I would like to share the results from the research that we did through that mini game. What did y'all think of the mini game?
I loved it.
Very good. Very fun.
Yeah. I particularly enjoyed Trevor and Paul's game. I think they really took it very seriously and showed up and really took the time that was needed to be able to like think through these questions, because they are pretty deep questions at the end of the day.
They also realized the real enemy, and just really teamed up on the true force of nature that is the what is harnessing all of these forces against them. So there's that too.
Well, a lot of people figured out pretty easily that I had certain like categories of opponents that everybody fought. For example, everybody fought a Muppet, a WWE wrestler, things of that nature, because I wanted to know, on average, could the average nerd take a blank in a fight? And so these are the results from that. So, nerds versus Muppets. It looks like you have an 85% chance of winning versus a Muppet. For some reason, Zach does not believe he can beat Kermit, and I would get gang stomped by Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Do y'all have any thoughts, comments?
Yeah, I think that all tracks. The one I would maybe flip is I would put Matt. This is really not any offense to Matt Stice, and it's more just in praise of Miss Piggy's prowess as a karate master. So I would move that to the losses category. Again, no hard feelings to Matt, more respect to the master there. But
yeah. Also, these are probably not accurate. I've gone through and tried to listen and make sure that it's accurate, but it's probably not. So all of this is for no reason anyway. Next up, we have nerds versus Disney. It looks like we lose to Disney most of the time.
Doesn't everyone when it comes down to
it? Star Wars fans,
George
for
Lucas.
Sure. Yeah.
Any upsets there?
Oh, no, sorry, I read that wrong. I was like, Cody couldn't beat Flounder, but then I realized, no, yeah, it doesn't wins. That tracks. I would say if Aaron couldn't beat a bear, I don't know if he could beat Dumbo. I'd maybe question that.
Yeah, Dumbo can fly, and he's an elephant. So especially if he's like grown up and gotten larger, then he could just sit on Aaron.
Yeah.
There are a lot of not just because he's my nemesis. I feel like this will come off as catty, but a lot of his matchups they seemed inconsistent. For example, he thinks he could take Genghis Khan, but doesn't think that he can take I think Darla, or no, he said it could be. Either way, he said that Genghis Khan was his easiest win. So I mean, I feel like it might be unreliable.
I do think, I know this was in your episode here, but I don't think you could fight Goofy. Again, dude's got that crazy energy. That dude has, I mean, been through hell, been punched up, beaten up. He's the gag in Disney movies, so he's always getting beat up on, and he's still surviving. So I just don't think you can take the heat from crazy Goofy.
All right, moving on to sports mascots. It seems that we do pretty good, but only by about 54%. Little disclaimer here. I forgot to give Tanner a mascot, but then for some reason I gave Matt 2, so it still ends up being the same amount. What are y'all's thoughts on these statistics?
Yep.
Mitchell would not have beaten Victor the Viking. That dude literally chants "skull" when he's in games. So I'm not convinced on that one.
I think we would do pretty well against the mascots. They're purely out of the fact that it's very difficult for them to see where they are going. And so you can just get around behind them and then trip them up. Because Zach and I had to shoot a video with a bunch of mascots, and they were supposed to run around the block, and they were having a hard time. It was a struggle. So I think we would do even better than this if it comes down to it.
I will say they do have a pretty decent violent streak. I don't know if you've ever, and if you haven't, I recommend watching. If you haven't ever watched mascots against Pee Wee football, sometimes they'll do that at like halftime of football games. Very entertaining. Highly recommend. So there's a lot of, I guess, aggression, I think, built up in some of these people.
All right. Our next category was characters from the Bible. And it seems as though we destroy people in the Bible.
I strongly disagree with this. This is stupid because everybody today, if you take the average person today, they are like 10 times weaker than the average person back in the Bible, right? Because like we see all of these people as like old with like white beards, but like there's no possible way that like I don't know, Josiah, like all of these people, just the physical act of having to walk everywhere already builds up your endurance in a way that most of us don't have.
Did you put I win against Noah?
I believe you said so.
No.
I didn't say that this was accurate. I gave that disclaimer very...
That dude built a boat that saved humanity. Like, I love Zach, but Noah's got that.
I mean, go back and listen. Actually, don't, because you'll win.
Yeah. Also, the Paul versus Trevor one isn't accurate because they were saying it was 3 stones and it was five smooth stones, I believe, was the situation there. So
that's right.
All right.
Sam versus Zacchaeus, though, I feel like he's got that.
All right. Our next category was, in relation to me versus the Billion Lions. I wanted to see nerds versus animals, and it seems like we're a little divided here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A couple ties because it didn't seem like I could get straight answers out of Paul and Trevor, Troll and Pever. God.
Troll. I think together they would be Troll. I think that would be their couple name. It's Troll.
I'm okay with that.
Could Cody not come to a conclusion on whether or not he could beat the octopus?
He said that it depended on the octopus, and like in his defense, there are a lot of types of octopus. But I mean, I didn't really. Yeah, I didn't get a straight answer there.
I feel like crocodile though.
I feel like overall, if you're just doing the average nerd versus the average animal, I feel like animals got it. But with the matchups that are provided here, I do think the nerds have it.
There's a lot of microscopic animals, though. I feel like we could probably beat most of the microscopic animals. So,
but there's a lot of like killer animals, so like coyote, right? Could Mitchell beat a coyote? Yeah, probably. But like a Rottweiler is in the same family, and that's like way tougher. And that I would be like, there's no way. Like you're not going to beat that.
So, McGlone, I've got a question.
Sure.
So like in your video, we didn't actually see. We couldn't really provide information on whether you were able to fight those billion lions. But do you know if you were able to beat even a single of the billion lions? Like in the clash, did you take out like half of them before you were wiped out?
Well, see, I think that let's ask the director. We're lucky to have him on site. Josiah, how did I do versus the first lion? Did I get a punch in before I died?
Well, so part of the issue was that the gate opened and you weren't fighting one lion. You were fighting a flood of lions. So it basically just kind of swept over you and stuff. You versus one lion, I think you would have a chance for a little bit. You could probably be a lion. But the issue was it was just like a flood. Plus, the other thing that you have to think about is you had that one door, right, that you were facing. There were a billion lions behind that door. They were all ravagingly hungry. So there was an immense amount of pressure built up from all the lions pushing against the door. So really the first lions were launched out of the door like a projectile and basically that's why you just like disappear out of screen, is because you're getting hit by like a flood of projectilely launched out lions that are being pushed by roughly a billion of their compatriots out of that door. That would be why it was so instantaneous in the film.
I have a question. So like, would you be able to describe in as much detail as possible, because we clearly have all night, what damage was done to Jacob's body? And again, please provide all details.
So if you imagine like the result of, I would say the Civil War, World War One, and World War II, as far as casualties, if you just take all of that and then condense it into McGlone's body, then that would basically be what it would equal.
Wow.
If you took all of that and combined it together.
It's just total carnage.
I mean, I think
you saw Sam's reaction. I think Sam's reaction, multiple reactions, basically say all that you need to know as far as telling that story.
I mean, I think, fiction is fiction, and I guess we'll never know. Anyway, all right, our next category is nerds.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking up in the I've got the D&D stats for a lion. So like how much damage would you have taken from a billion D&D lions?
Okay.
And we all know that D&D is very accurate to like your hit points or your life points. So I've got a lion I've got it right here. I've got it pulled up on page 275 of the 3.5 Monster Manual.
The only one. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So, are we cross-referencing? Jeez. All right.
I mean, I have 5E. I don't know if it necessarily counts, but I am curious.
So a full attack from a lion is 1d4 plus 5 damage. Okay. Wow. And that's just from a claw. All right. If we're talking a bite, it's 1d8 plus 2. Okay.
Oof.
So if we times that by
a billion D8s plus 2 billion.
Right. So we're talking at least multiple billions of damage, right? Because what you do is you average the number. So and then which and then plus it by 1, which would be 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then you add on the strength modifier, which in this case would be an additional 5. That's 10.
Yeah.
And then multiply it by a billion. We're talking 10 billion damage to your D&D character. And at average like human NPC we'll go ahead and say you're like a 3rd level fighter.
I'm not a D&D person, so like what does the average D&D like human have 10 billion hit points generally?
They have like 8 to 10 HP per level. Right? So like if he's like 3rd level, like a fairly like he's kind of beginner, but like he's got a fighter. Are we saying that McGlone in this fight was like a like more of a fighter of how he is, or is he like a 20th level fighter, Josiah?
I was thinking that he was a 20th level, so he's won most of the battles, so he would be a 20th level character. So I'm not sure if he'd be close to a billion hit points yet, though. I know. What are your thoughts?
No. So here's how it works. So his armor class at 20th level is probably like 40, like impossible to hit. Unfortunately, because critical hits work in this game, like at least 5% of those billion lions are going to automatically hit him, right? So if you take 5% of 1 billion, right? So let's just put that math together. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's stay here. And then we multiply it by 10 damage, right? We're still doing, I'm sorry, and that's critical hit damage. So then we multiply that by 2, right? So it's essentially 5% of 1 billion times 20 is the damage. So, and at 20th level, he could have probably, like, if he's a fighter, he's probably got like 400 HP. So he is killed over by about like 1 million times still. So yeah. So in D&D terms, the lions are still doing an absurd amount of damage.
Again, fiction. We'll never really truly know.
Right.
All right. Next category: nerds versus wrestlers. Looks like the wrestlers have us beat pretty good here. Only win was
Andy's holding his own though.
Yeah, they do fight for a living. Like, I don't think any of us are paid to fight.
There
At least
was
I'm definitely not.
There was one upset I wanted to draw attention to, and that would be Zach versus Hornswoggle. Hornswoggle is a little person. He's about, I believe, 4 foot. And Zach said that he didn't win that. Do you have any comments there?
My calculations remain the same.
Okay.
Because I see gnomes in D&D like take on dragons and stuff. All right. So like I'm just a normal dude. This guy could probably kick my ass 10 times over. So
yeah. All right. In Nerds versus VeggieTales, for some reason this circle isn't completely green.
Because you gave me a rock monster.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That's true. All right, that's the only loss, though. I mean,
I also said that I couldn't beat Madame Blueberry. I don't think.
Yeah.
No, you said at the end of it that, like, at the it's you would just eat her because it is
she's just a blueberry.
Yeah.
Cody defeating Larry Boy is legitimate though, or losing to Larry Boy rather. That's like, I feel like that's good reason.
He is a superhero after all.
That's true. There's no hero quite like Larry Boy, as the song says.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nerds versus historical figures. This lines up about how I was expecting it to, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
We get a win about 70% of the time. Any thoughts on these?
I mean, like Ben Franklin has the superpower of electricity, so I think that fight might be a little wrong.
That's true.
But yeah, again, like whenever you take into account like old, and I guess none of these are like super old, but they were just tougher back then. You know.
It's true.
All right, the next category was nerd versus Pixar characters, and it kind of looks the same if we're being honest.
Mm-hmm. Who is Uku again?
Uku is the volcano that sings.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you would beat a volcano.
No. I mean, yeah, just be water or something.
Now that I am looking at this, I think I might have gotten Levi wrong. I feel like he said at the end of the day he's still a car, so I lose. So, like I said, this was never going to be accurate no matter how many times I tried. All right. Next was nerds versus food mascots, and there was a lot of debate about some of these things. What were y'all? What did y'all think about Josiah versus Mr. Peanut?
I mean, he has the power of resurrection, so even if you beat him, he comes back again. So,
And you said he was like 8 foot something, right?
Yes.
He was like he was really tall, and we were talking about the thickness of the shell. Like if that thickness translates from a regular sized peanut to a large, then he's got like basically armor on. I really don't know how I would how I could take him out.
Also,
without him just
imagine
crushing me.
like, sorry, imagine seeing like if he got like this like a surprise attack on you. Like imagine just seeing him like in the dark somewhere. Like he just shows up. There's like the silhouette, the top hat, Mr. Peanut.
The cane comes out of.
He has a weapon already.
Yeah.
All right. After that was nerds versus cartoons. Seems like pretty. I mean, I think Zach was, Zach versus Fred Flintstone. Yeah, I feel like that's accurate. Mitchell versus Cosmo, probably accurate.
With
any
the
thoughts there?
Paul and well, I was going to say with Paul and Trevor versus Tom and Jerry. I mean, Trevor kind of already has real world experience as a mouse, so I feel like that one's accurate because he kind of be able to game that situation out. So
That's true.
A lot of comic book sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, you're good.
But a lot of cartoon characters have a lot of weaknesses. It's kind of like Mr. Krabs. Like Josiah could just like throw $1 off a cliff and kill Mr. Krabs.
That's a good point.
All right. Our next category was video game characters. Also, I wanted to go back real quick. Aaron versus the state of Texas. That was for Texas Roadhouse. So that's why he faced that entire state. Forgot to mention that.
And he lost that.
He did somehow.
Okay. Yeah.
He did claim that if he was 30 feet tall, he would win, but not if he was 20 feet tall.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Weird distinction. But all right, next category was nerds versus video game characters. And it seems like we love video games, but we hold them in very high regard because we lose to them a lot.
See, I don't even think Sam could beat Bowser. I do think Cody could beat Pajama Sam.
Yeah.
That's a typo right there. Zach, you said you could beat Bowser.
Did I?
You did.
Oh, I guess I am very much like Mario. I'm pretty much just Mario.
You have a lot of Chris Pratt qualities.
That's right. Well, then who did Sam face?
Sam faced Solid Snake.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I actually think that Bowser could probably beat me, but I was probably just in a very Mario mood. The thing about video game characters, is that like a lot of the heroes don't have a whole lot of dimension to the character because you bring the dimension to the character. And it's usually like a power fantasy, so they are like unstoppable. Like they're almost like the opposite of cartoon characters. That's why it's so hard to make a video game movie, is because it is about you winning. So there's that.
All right. Next up was nerds versus actors. Again, for some reason, this surprised me. I thought it would be closer to like a 50-50, but for whatever reason, actors seem to win about 70% of the time.
I love
you put Matt like against Bruce Willis.
That was hilarious when he called you out for being too soon. So funny.
Funny.
Is what it is. Am I right?
If it was Bruce Willis in his prime, like how could you ever if like Bruce Willis was like held down by like a planet somehow and like you could just like put him down, like why would you?
Yeah.
Why?
Really good point.
Can't do that. Such a dude.
All right. The next category was nerds versus directors, and I just want to say I'm really proud of us because
good work, guys.
Wow.
We're
Yeah.
really good at beating up old men, apparently.
Woody Allen twice. He got double killed.
You probably pitted me up against the best person I could fight. Because I hate that man.
Do you really? Why do you hate Michael Bay?
All the obvious reasons. All the reasons we all know about.
That feels like I touched a nerve. Moving on. All right. Nerds versus Pokemon. This was interesting to me, and I'm curious y'all's thoughts. It's like a 50-50. I forgot to give Sam a Pokemon. It's fine.
I can't help here. I could phone a friend if you want me to, though.
Jesus Christ. I swear to God.
McGlone, as much as you hate Trevor just bringing you gold, it is the best thing of all time. So, hope you're aware.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. That's great.
Every second.
We do.
All right, well, that is all of the groups. Now, the next slide is how we each stacked up, like our personal win versus loss ratio. Who do y'all think was the toughest nerd, and who do y'all think was the weakest nerd?
Cody would be the toughest.
Oh, yeah, I bet it was Cody.
Cody was the toughest or the weakest?
Cody won the most. And then probably Paul and Trevor behind them.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was. That's what I was thinking as well.
Aaron, I think Aaron at third. I think he had a lot of weird wins.
Who do y'all think was the weakest nerd?
I was the weakest.
Me, because you put me up against the Rock twice and a mountain and a demigod.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
The reveal, Tanner is the toughest nerd.
That makes sense.
Only 2 losses. Y'all were right there. Paul and Trevor were right behind him. The weakest was a tie between Levi and King.
Interesting.
Again, I had to fight a volcano and a god. So
I mean, it's a demigod. Demigod.
Lowercase g god.
I don't know. So since I didn't give Sam a Pokemon, he either is tied with y'all, like there's a 3-way tie for weakest nerd, or he would have been tied with me. Yes. But yep, that is the mini game right there. All right. Let me all right. With that right there, let me go ahead and tally up these points real quick for that round. All right, so that round, as I told you, each point that you had, I just rolled a d6 for you just to add some variation. Josiah, I rolled 7 d6 for you and got 20. Man. Zach, I got 13 d6 for you and got 46.
Yeah, baby.
Andrew, I rolled 28 d6 for you and got 84.
That math makes sense to me. So,
all right, so
you're good at whatever we're doing, Andrew. I'm not sure what it is, but you're really good at it.
So the current
baby.
Josiah in last place with 74, Zach at 95, and King is kind of running away with it at 126.
Yeah, I'd say that I've been practicing my d6 rolls for quite a while, so I'm happy that's paid off.
So next, and I mean, we don't have to do this if y'all don't want to. It sounds like y'all are bored. I was going to have
a dream.
No, we're not.
No, we're having a very fun time.
I'm having a great time. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll tell you what the next mini game was. We're skipping it because apparently I can't play audio. I had ringtones that y'all were I was going to play for you, the audio, and you would have to tell me who was calling me based on that. So if my girlfriend is a screen is playing, y'all would buzz in and be like, Levi is calling you. Other ones were like
that's awesome.
If, you know, Mitchell, Debo's back. Debo's back. Debo's, Mitchell was calling. But that didn't work. Sucks to be Jacob. Anyway. So
that is unfortunate. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
If we ever record this in a single room, then we'll have to do something like that because that would be really fun.
Yeah, I like that game idea.
It definitely was I was proud of it when I came up with it, but such as
Can you tell us what our ringtones would have been?
What your ringtones would have been?
Yeah.
Maybe. Let me see if I can.
Because I'd love to just hear you sing all of them.
You know what? Now that you've said that, now that you've made that pitch, the answer is no.
Damn it. Come on. Come on.
Let me see. Where is my ringtones folder? I've got a lot of things on my computer right now. Okay. For Aaron, it was the dum 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 dum. For Josiah, it was the sound of Paul hitting the door in Interconvoluted Shin. And I just had it playing on a loop, so it was go
Awesome.
I love that.
I had for Paul, it was, and a lot of these, it would have been like I would have taken multiple answers. I would have taken the answer of Paul, Levi, or Zach for this one. It was Zach and Levi going, yeah.
Awesome.
But anyway, yeah, no, I don't want to, in case we can use it for something later on. We won't do too many.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And then I was going to end it with the Harlem Globetrotters, just because I really like their song. Zach, you just got the Monster Manual out, so I was wondering if you could share with the rest of them what we are looking at right here.
So in D&D, when you make a character, you have to give them a alignment. It helps people choose like motivation in their game. So for example, there is this grid of nine squares. All right, so there's kind of a chart. And what you choose is you choose evil, neutral, or good. And then you choose lawful, true, or chaotic. So for example, Darth Vader would probably be evil and also lawful. He's like following some kind of code. And then the Joker is probably evil but chaotic, right? He's just going to do whatever. On the flip side of that, you've got maybe Yoda as lawful good. And then maybe Han Solo would probably start out as like neutral, but then by the end of the trilogy become chaotic good.
What is true versus lawful? What are those differences?
So lawful is like you are following a code, but neutral is like a true neutral character would be like Mad Max.
Oh,
he's just doing himself.
So it should be like lawful, neutral, chaotic, evil, neutral, good. So like the middle of both is like just a totally neutral. I was getting thrown by true. I just didn't know. True. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they both should just usually just say neutral or so.
That's fine. I'm not trying to rip on the thing. I was just confused.
No, I actually didn't even notice that. I just typed in D&D alignment chart, found the one that was completely white, and threw it in.
Well, you got a PHP right over there, McGlone.
My other question.
Screenshot one you got.
Yeah, my other question more is, Jacob, why are you Mike Tyson?
Because I don't like my face. All right, okay. So what we are going to do is go through and just based on
Mike Tyson.
I like his face more than mine. Just what are you doing? Let me think. So starting with Levi, I just kind of want to go through and get our general reactions to where should Levi go on a D&D alignment chart based on his directing.
This is such a good idea.
Mm-hmm. I think he's chaotic good.
I would say he could also be in a neutral category, but maybe that's just because we've only had him for 1 year. You know, maybe I don't exactly know. Like he kind of chose to. No, I'm actually with Andrew. He did choose to like he went and found Trevor to help him film it. And it's just very chaotic. His involvement with you, McGlone, was like, you reached out to him, tried to make yourself available, and he didn't, get back to you immediately. It's very chaotic nature, I'd say.
Well, and his filmmaking style. Sorry, go for it, Jacob.
I think that it's also worth mentioning, like, and I mean, like, I'm not trying to sway this one way or another, but if they submitted it late, then they weren't following the law. So does that mean that they are unlawful?
Yes.
With their submit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But also,
that should absolutely be taken into account.
Yeah. But yeah, they're no, that's a good way to look at it. And I'd also say like the film style, like his film is awesome, but it's not like a logical progression, right? Like it's like I had a screen, now it's broken, now it's healed, now I'm great, now I got struck by lightning. Like it's like a chaotic thing in a good way. So that's why I put it there. But I do like the idea of, yeah, are we doing like the filmmaker style, or are we doing who they are themselves?
Filmmaker style.
Filmmaker style. Then I would do good chaotic.
I think
Chaotic good. All right.
Yeah, you want to say it like chaotic good, Andrew.
Chaotic good. What I say, good chaotic?
You did.
All right. Next up will be Aaron Winiarowski. Now I have my opinions on him, but we're gonna let y'all decide on this one.
He's definitely good.
Yeah.
But whether he's lawful, he got it.
I don't know. He made a film about his dog being demon possessed the first year. He might be more on the neutral side.
Yeah, I wouldn't put. I think because of the demon thing, the instinct is going to be chaotic. But I would push back against that because it's still like a logical story-based film. Like everything, like while it's a chaos, it's like chaos happens, but it's like logical chaos. Where like Levi's is like random stuff swinging back and forth. So I'd put him at least neutral, maybe lawful.
Okay.
Also, every time Aaron is making something, he's almost like trying to do something that we don't expect, because we all know that Aaron is like an incredibly talented like artist. So he is intentionally making something that is a little more wacky, whereas we all know that he could, make doggone some kind of magnum opus.
So where are we landing on that? He's good, but is he lawful, neutral, or chaotic?
Neutral.
Yeah.
Neutral?
Yeah, I think neutral.
He can swing either way.
All right. Next up, we're going to go with the King. Here's what I will say.
I know where he lies.
I don't think
I know where he lies.
I don't think anybody in this chat is evil, but
there is. No.
Yeah, we have American Unsightly, and then he literally produced a film that is called Evil. Now discuss. It's up to you.
Should we? I'm just to maybe set the ground rules. Should we let other people discuss? So, like for me, I'll stay silent. You all discuss it, and then for Zach, like Zach stays silent, we discuss it.
I mean, I think you're still a part of the discussion.
Okay,
I am mostly staying silent. It is up to you all on.
Yeah, I feel like Zach seemed pretty confident on this one.
I'm going to say lawful good. That's what I think.
Lawful good.
Josiah, thoughts? See, that's interesting to me.
I feel like it would be more lawful neutral. Because I think definitely lawful. Because Andrews have, like, no matter how chaotic they are, they have a progression and a story and stuff like that. Like you look at last year's, it was definitely like a clear story that was happening. Like they're all clear laid out. So I think definitely lawful, maybe more on the neutral side though, as far as
I'll accept lawful neutral.
Content.
I think that's a good call.
Yeah, I would put him here personally, just because of.
Yeah, we know what you think, McClone. Okay. But we're not asking you.
Okay.
You asked us.
Okay. So we're going here.
Yeah. Well, I'll say something. I would agree with that. Yeah, because if Unsightly is the one that ruins it. Like Unsightly sort of, to me, pushes it more to the chaos, but it's still there's at least like still a story, and it's not like I keep using my girlfriend as a screen. That's not a good example, but like that switches around a lot. And with Unsightly, it just like there's one story and then it switches and it's done. So like that's why I'm not quite chaotic, but I think neutral, lawful neutral is, or neutral, true neutral, or whatever.
I think the only reason that I would say that you are still lawful good, because I still think your intentions as a filmmaker was to make something shorter and to make something that like wins and gets a laugh. Like it was still positively intentioned, even though it is Unsightly is just madness.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Next, so we're good with lawful neutral right here?
Very.
All right. Next up is Cody.
Okay.
He is quite the enigma.
This is tough.
So, Zach, you seem quite excited. How about you start?
Oh, I've got a good
do it.
Opinion. Okay, so I definitely think chaotic, but is he evil? That's
wow. That's a big statement.
I wouldn't say I wouldn't put him evil. Honestly, I would kind of, to me, I think he's more lawful good. Honestly.
Really?
Because because it's like he has a style, he sticks to that style. It's everything he does is like very intentionally thought out. There's no chaos. So between the two films, even in the first, now I guess he didn't turn in on time. So if we go by like the thing Jacob put out, then that doesn't really follow that. But like, I would say it's good. Maybe he's not lawful good, but I would say there's at least good there because it's all intentionally thought out. Does that make sense? And it's not like he's not just doing it to be crass, or he's like, does that make sense? I wouldn't put him evil. I wouldn't even really put him neutral. I would kind of keep him on good.
Okay. So Josiah,
I can be swayed.
So Josiah, Cody is currently here, if I'm hearing that right. Zach has him in chaotic neutral. King has him in chaotic
no,
good.
he's right in the center because I'm like
oh, you have him chaotic evil.
Intentionally put him in chaotic evil. Yeah.
Yeah, and Andrew has him in lawful good. So
yeah. So
wait, okay. Andrew has him in lawful good.
Well,
that's what
I like.
Yeah, he's a lawful good.
Yeah, because it's all consistent. Like that's the thing. Like it's like procrastination is funny, but it's like logical. Like it goes through consistent.
Okay. All right, Josiah, where do you like? Because this apparently is a very polarizing alignment.
Yeah, apparently.
I think
yeah, I'm trying to think.
My thought is I'm sorry, Josiah. Go ahead.
No, yeah. Well, I was just gonna say. I mean, yeah, his first one is like a clear progression of story. The second one is a lot more non-linear. But I wouldn't. Yeah, I still wouldn't call it chaotic. I feel like it would be more of a neutral as far as. So he might be neutral as far as lawful and chaotic on that scale, and then maybe more. I'd say probably good. So like neutral good.
Hold on. My. Well, you can keep going. My camera. I think my battery died.
Let's wait for him. This is fun.
Well, you guys can keep going because my audio doesn't matter here.
So my thought with putting him in chaotic evil.
Sorry, Zach, real quick before you continue. Josiah, please finish your thought. Where did you say you wanted him?
I was saying maybe neutral good for Cody's.
So you were thinking there. Wow. All right. So what is the median?
I would agree
here, and here.
I would agree with neutral good.
So does that even out to a true neutral, or how do we average those?
You could put him like right on the line between good and neutral, and then over to good true.
All right,
like there, like down a little bit.
So in my thought, so to me, Rotten Doppel does seem like he's bringing back. He's doing some he's doing the movie that he should have produced last year, right? Just very chaotic. Like he's doing it just because like we've all been talking about it, and he's trying to make a statement. You know, he's still like following the rules, but only because he has to. Didn't submit a film last year. Submits a film this year. It's only like a minute long. All right. He had a year and a half to make it. All right. Like, come on. Chaos. Intentions good. I think his intentions are to wow, you know, like do something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So here,
I think the rub may go between, because I'm looking at what is Cody's motivations as a director, like what is he trying to do with the film, against how did he make the film, right? Because the film is obviously like, but the purpose of the film, right, was the goal.
I need a consensus here. What do we think?
I'll submit to true. I'll submit to true neutral.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a good. Yeah.
All right. Next up is me, your host. Where do I lie on a D&D alignment chart as far as my very different movies go?
Got it good.
Yeah, chaotic good.
Good intentions, but madness. Can you surprise us all?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little hurt that it didn't take a little bit longer. I didn't get as much discussion as
No, you
Cody
are.
did.
You are.
Yours is just very clear.
We read you like a long, thick book. We know you did.
Yes.
It's gonna be so funny because you're like making callbacks to something that's edited out.
Why would you edit
next
that
up
out?
is
That's the
Landers.
funniest part of the podcast. And I recorded my whole comments.
I was gonna say we recorded. It does exist.
We can make a pirated version. We'll release what the people want.
Next up is Landers.
He is. I'd say he's a lawful good.
Except that he's hard to get a hold of for the podcast.
That doesn't necessarily affect
We're not
his
taking that into
director
account.
style.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
But yes,
Mitchell
I
tried to
agree with
reach out to him. Yeah, Mitchell reached out to him, but no, he did really good.
No.
He did great.
Yeah, Mitchell backtracked that story.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait to put Mitchell on the spot. All right.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. I'm cool with putting Landers in lawful good.
Josiah, any thoughts?
I think that's accurate. I mean, he gets it. He's gotten it in on time. I believe he's gotten it in on time both times.
A minute late. Yep.
And I think he really gets.
stuff.
He gets the. As far as the festival goes, like his are both clear stories as far as the Taco Bell thing and what he did last year with going back and revisiting some of those. Like they're really clear progressions of stories and stuff like that. So yeah, I think lawful good makes sense for Landers.
All right. Next up is Josiah, our very own Christopher Nolan.
Lawful good.
Lawful good.
Lawful good.
Josiah, what are your thoughts on yourself being lawful good?
Yeah, I would say I would stick. Yeah, I would stick with that.
All right.
As far as my style goes, I intentionally try to do something different each year, and so they're each different, but definitely still intentional for the festival and stuff. But,
yeah.
All right. Well, the one that y'all are apparently waiting on, Mitchell. Where are we putting Mitch?
I was gonna say we should do him last. Should we do him last?
We should do him last.
Yeah, let's do Mitchell last.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How about Matt Stice?
He's
Current
lawful good.
Golden
Lawful
Dewey
good.
holder.
Yeah, I feel like his will be lawful good for sure.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I think he's a law abider. I think he plays the game straight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How about the first Golden Dewey winner, Sam?
I think he's actually also lawful good because I think he gets it. I think I said this in my podcast, but he gets Party Room better than anybody. And if you include his like performances, especially in Bargain Batman, like he just plays it straight. He's not trying to like do anything nuts, but he has a mission, he executes the mission, makes a great film every time. He always makes a banger.
I'm gonna say the exact opposite. I think he's chaotic neutral. And because of his filmmaking style on set is we're like get everybody together, and then it's like, do we have audio? It's just do a take again. We've got it. I think the plots are excellent, but a little devious, right? I think it's meant to push people's buttons in a good way, but like it is like I think there is a lot of chaos to the whole process, even though the process comes out and you still get a freaking good pizza. There is some spice. There's way too many pepperonis. There's a slice missing because he ate it himself. There you go.
Wow. I'll just say, it looks like you're a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Again, we have lawful good and chaotic neutral. Is that right, Zach?
Yeah, baby.
All right. So,
chaotic.
So why neutral, Zach? Why do you say neutral as opposed to good? Because I think his intentions are good.
Oh, I think it's
I think he might be chaotic good.
I'd be down. I would revise to that. Yeah. With your descriptions of onset, that is totally fair. So.
Yeah, I feel like chaotic good would be.
And like Landers and Matt and Josiah are all thinking through their shots, where Sam is not doing that. So that alone is like a very good reason. Yeah, put him right next to Mike Tyson.
All right. Next up would be, I missed my spot. Next up would be Tanner.
Lawful good.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
seems like
makes sense.
Seems like a consensus.
I think he thinks through everything. I think intentions are always good. Very, very positive, moral approach. Pretty typically, I think that his pitch meeting film was really fun. Very straightforward. A tested, time tested joke. So, and who doesn't like Home Alone even? And yeah, I think he really did some fun things with the Chronicles of Light, Part 4.
All right. If chaotic isn't in consideration, then y'all are doing this wrong. Trevor Smith, the Godfather.
It's chaos.
Yeah,
I would.
He's chaotic neutral. Can we agree on that? Like,
I'm gonna say chaotic neutral because he is one of those guys where it's like, like Andrew, he's gonna call you while you said you're already busy, right? He's like, I'm gonna make my film and I'm gonna wait a month after the deadline, right? He's gonna do that. And the film is always gonna be like his zombie film was like, I'm gonna make a film that will make Zach Adam laugh.
Well, and for all those reasons, I would put him chaotic good because he's not following the rules, but like there's no like he's not like pushing the envelope in any way. It's just like it's chaos, right? Like I'm neutral because I have American Unsightly. He doesn't really have that like, what the heck are you doing kind of thing, you know what I mean? Or like, but if he does, it's like, that's I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense, but that's why I would put him.
I do think that pretty typically most of the people in the group, because they're able to be part of the Party Room Film Festival, are good. Like I would put everyone pretty much along that category. But yeah, I do think that like his motivations are actually entirely pure, but also entirely chaotic.
Chaotic.
Remember, we're not talking about Trevor as a person. Obviously, he's a good
I
person.
know.
But
I'm judging his personality as well. Yeah, this is actually what I think of everyone.
Here's my comeback to what you're saying is like yeah, I'm not judging him as a person here, but like he hasn't had like, to me, if you leave the good side of it, you are then doing something to push the envelope, right? Where like none of his films have really done that, which is like not a bad thing, right? But like but then again, I also look at what he has done, and he's doing stuff that's like, if we put him in good chaotic, which is what I'm saying, he's not a Levi, he's not a Sam, and he's not a Jacob. So for those reasons, I disagree with what you're saying on the logic, but I think your neutral chaotic makes sense, but only because I don't think he's Levi, Sam, or Jacob. But we haven't heard from Josiah yet.
And you're just never sure what Trevor is going to bring to the table. I think maybe just purely from the zombie movie, he should go in neutral, because we got to sit through the same 5 shots for what felt like 20 minutes and was actually 4. Like for that purpose alone, we could put him into the neutral category.
I love it. I love it.
Chaotic neutral.
Do we want to put him in evil then? Do we want to go the full, or is that too far?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We could put everyone out and then reevaluate real quick.
Yeah,
and like double check, because we don't want to have everybody in chaotic good. Because like honestly, if we were looking at like a spectrum of like 50, we would all be like lawful good, chaotic good. Because we're good people who are willing to work in a film festival together.
Right. Let's do chaotic neutral for now.
I think that's good.
Fair enough.
All right. Next up would be our very own Zach Adam.
All right. I know where I'd put myself, but you guys just put me where you will.
I don't want to be wrong here.
You can be right. I'll submit.
Lawful evil, like, because he follows the rules, but like, there's something wrong with this man.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that's fair. If there was a Darth Vader in the group, it would be Sam, or it would be Zach.
From the point of the films, though, like there's definitely a lot of chaos in the films, with the exception of Kill Happy. That one would be more straightforward. But like with the first two, they're more non-linear. Like Red Band Trailer, very non-linear.
Yeah.
Wet, very non-linear. Yep.
Yeah, moving around to a lot of things. So I think that would be more neutral or chaotic. Either neutral or chaotic, as far as that part of the alignment goes.
So we're somewhere on this y-axis. What are we thinking about? Good, neutral, or evil? Like, obviously, he's a good person.
Well, yeah. No, I mean,
but I would say, like, due to the non-linearness, maybe he is in the neutral, because rather than submit one film, he actually submits 20. Or rather than submit a film like the rest of us, he submits an actually good film. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he does kind of break those barriers.
If we're talking about film work, right, maybe the better thing would be to, now that we've done all of them, is to place like where the films the person has made would be, right? So if you go Red Band Trailer, I think you do maybe, to me, that was like a heartwarming story more than like a because it was like it was made with friends, right? So that was the point of it. So to me, that's like chaotic good, right? Then wet is like it's not really evil, so it's like neutral chaotic though, right? Because it's still kind of all over the place. Then what was your last one? Kill Happy.
Kill Happy is defend my own ego.
Yeah, well, that's more like a law, but it's not evil. It's not lawful evil because it has like a good moral to it.
No, he has evil intentions behind that film. He wanted to shame the rest of us for what the garbage we have been making.
Thanks, McGlow. I appreciate it.
I don't know. I'm arguing myself out of each argument I'm making, so someone's gonna have to shut me up here.
Zach, where do you think you would put yourself? You've been silent.
Yeah,
long
I
enough.
want to know where you would put it.
We need your help.
So while you guys were talking, I think that I've like had a lot of improvement, like as kind of like a filmmaker, and we've figured out what the film festival should be going over time. So I definitely think that like Red Band Trailer is this film that I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna make. So I'm gonna make something like with those good intentions that Andrew said. Like I started out my character arc chaotic good, all right, and then we go to wet, and I'm like, all right, let's make something crazy, and I think that's very chaotic neutral. And then I think evil, or not evil. I think Kill Happy is. I think I was very lucky that it turned out the way it did. I'm very glad that like people like it. But I definitely think I am like a lawful evil. Yeah. I think my intentions was to like I knew I wanted the quality of this film to be as good as humanly possible, so that I could destroy. But then I also submitted the film 7 days late because of my fanning ego, right? Like surely that like I couldn't help but like just try to destroy everyone. But you know what? Maybe that's just me thinking, because that would be fun to put me in that square. So.
All right, we got to make a decision, guys.
Yeah. What do you think of Josiah?
I'd also just go lawful good. I think that is what I play in D&D. So
I think. What about lawful neutral?
Yeah, with some of yours kind of leaning more towards the evil side as far as.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think lawful neutral would work.
Lawful neutral, but we'll still kind of put him down here a little bit.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
The easiest one of the festival.
Let's just call him evil and be done with it.
Yeah.
Chaotic evil all the way.
Yeah.
All right. Where are we going with Paul?
Lawful good.
Yeah,
dude just makes art.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Now he did. Him and Trevor did bend the rules last year as far as working together rather than going against one another. So should he move over to a neutral good?
I wouldn't say
obviously
so.
Still good.
I wouldn't say so because I believe that is simply Trevor's meddling. He has molded Paul's perfect mind. All right, that is, we should put all of that on Trevor. All the chaoticness in Paul's life.
So
like
with Trevor, he is here, but without that, he's here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
all right.
I like it.
All right, and because y'all wanted him to be last, how about Mitchell Judy?
Chaotic evil.
Chaotic evil. Yep. Again, not because he is evil himself, but because he will make his film that he wants to make. Screw the rules. Screw what people want. It's just, I'm going to, and I respect that. I'm going to make what I want to make.
That's right. Listen, you put a butt in a film and it wasn't your butt and it was a female butt and it was there for the whole glory. You win a chaotic evil right there, my good friend. I love you for it.
Josiah, any comments?
I think that works. But I also respect Mitchell for wanting to make his thing that he wants to make. So
All right. Well, let me.
I don't want. Well, let's be very clear. I don't actually want Mitchell to ever change because I love the stuff he makes. But the butt was maybe just a hair far.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and give him his own square. All right. Well, there it is. There
Well,
it is.
I like reading or looking back through these. I feel like I know we argued about this the longest, but I feel like a true neutral in Cody is like kind of a cop out on our side. Like I feel like we couldn't decide.
Cody also showed a butt. In fairness, it was his own, but he
It
did
was his
show a little
own.
bit of a butt.
That's more of a lawful evil, maybe, but no, I feel like, I mean, maybe he is a true neutral, but I feel like maybe that was like a compromise. And do we want to push that
No,
around
I'm
a bit
actually
more?
I'm pretty happy with him being in true.
Happy with it?
Mm-hmm. If you guys want to push it around, absolutely. But I'm very happy with old Cody's landing.
To compromise, could we put him in the bottom right of his square, because he does have the Mitchell tendencies to make the film he wants to make.
Yes,
but he doesn't put women's butts in his film. So that's where the literal line in that box is where he draws the line.
Okay. That's right. Here at the Party Room Film Festival, we only like men's butts.
True.
All right. Well, there
own.
is our alignment chart. I think that's pretty accurate. Good job, guys.
I'm happy with that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I've just got one more mini game, and then we can wrap it up if y'all are okay with that.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
I know we're going super late, but if we have time, I would love to review all the films. I think that would be
I want to
really
review
fun.
them all, yeah.
I kind of do. That would be really fun if it's not too late.
I don't care. I don't care one bit. It's going to take forever for this to render is the issue. Here, talk amongst yourselves real quick.
Cool.
So, for our next and final mini game of the evening, I have a cross between Pictionary and Jeopardy. Okay, so what that means is
You're gonna make me play Jeopardy at 11 o'clock at night.
I promise you'll enjoy this. Shut up.
What is Jeopardy at 11 o'clock at night? You got to answer the question.
Good answer. So before you is a range of illustration videos. Now, some have been illustrated by Charity, who is Zach's friend. She's an amazing artist. Some
awesome.
have been illustrated by Trevor. His skill level is, let's just say, different.
We've seen.
And then in the middle, I have just pixels, basically. It will start at 1 pixel, then go to a 2x2, 4x4, 16x16. Behind each of these letters is like a 30-second time lapse until the illustration is fully realized.
Okay.
Now, at any point, you can buzz in, and that will pause the video, and you will be able to make your guess. Now, Andrew, you are currently winning. You can make the first
the first pick.
The first pick. Yep. Since Charity's will be easier, hers are 5. Pixels are a little bit more difficult. 10. Trevor's are near impossible.
So
we're trying to guess the movie.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, it is a movie. It is not a movie from this past year. It is a movie from any year.
Okay.
But it could be from this past year.
It could
every party room film.
Any party room film. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's do it. Let's just get in the deep end here. Let's go for Trevor. A.
All right. Sorry. Get this.
I'm very excited to
Ready.
see these.
This
It's gonna be
is
awesome.
going to be this is the hardest one. I will tell you that right now.
What it? Trevor, like Trevor's side? Or Trevor
No,
A?
Trevor A is the hardest one.
Awesome. Rock and roll.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
baby.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look. All right, and here we go. All right, so buzz in whenever you think you have it. All right, Andrew.
What is End of the Bloodline?
Incorrect. Zach.
That's literally what I was gonna say.
All right, Josiah.
I was gonna say yours from the first year, where it's about you and Maddie's relationship.
No, but good guesses all around. All right, I'm resetting your buzzers. All right,
Okay.
and we're going to continue the video. King.
What is Art is Life? Paul's film from year one?
Correct.
Good. That's good. That's really
Wow.
Oh,
Nice.
Wait,
We're
it's going.
gonna watch this play out because I think it's worth it. Zach, what were you gonna say? Just out of
Wait,
curiosity.
it keeps going.
it keeps.
Oh, I was gonna say Landers film from year 2 because there's an umbrella and I remember the rain on the window.
So,
That's
what the
awesome.
heck is going on
So-
here?
Art is Life.
Artist
All right.
by Paul.
Sweet.
That's
this
good.
is a great idea. I love
I
this.
love this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
and-
it too.
Andrew, board is yours.
Trevor B.
All right. All right.
Yeah,
Buzzers are
baby.
on, and here we go.
Man, he really learned Photoshop.
I can't wait for this to be done and y'all not buzzing at all. All right. Oh, sorry. I restarted. I'll fix it. Josiah, what did you think it was?
Is it meaningless?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay.
You don't
Let's-
believe so?
You don't know
Let's
the
say-
answer?
Oh,
Wait,
sorry.
which meaningless?
Yeah,
Sorry, here we go.
meaningless that you made. Meaningless
Fever
Nicole's
Dream.
Fever Dream.
Sorry. Yes. No, it is not meaningless. Sorry, I forgot my
Okay.
score sheets
Okay.
over here.
All right.
Here we go.
Oh.
King.
What is Bargain Batman?
Correct.
Nice.
Zach, you were just like half a second behind him.
Right. The cape gave it
The
away.
cape. The cape. Yeah.
Yep. And
Yeah.
then there's the mask.
Yeah. I was confused
awesome.
by the hat on the robber. That was
Yep.
Hey, you oughta keep these, McGlone. You oughta we oughta do something with these.
Yeah,
these are
great.
NFTs. We are selling them. Andrew, board is yours.
all right. Trevor for C.
All right. Oh, sorry. Buzzers are on. And here we go.
Put some character in those eyes.
My favorite are the hands.
Wait, what is happening here? Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Why?
At the same time, but Josiah beat it by a hair. Josiah, what is it?
Is it End of the Bloodline?
It is Under the Bloodline.
Ooh.
All right. That's 15 to Josiah.
It's a mousetrap. It's like
Oh,
what's
look,
the
he keeps going. He keeps going. Look at it. Drop. Ellen.
Just look at these hands.
So many fingers.
awesome.
All right. Buzzers are reset. Josiah, your turn to choose. Oh, my bad.
Okay, I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna do Charity E.
Charity E. All right. Buzzers are on. Guys, just Are y'all ready to see a drastic change in?
Oh yeah.
I
Charity's
think it'll be.
All right,
fantastic.
here we go.
Yeah.
Just play some
Oh my
like
gosh.
Beethoven in the background. Oh, that's Paul Sigler.
Andrew King.
Unsightly Zombies.
Sorry, it's not popping up for me. Yes, Unsightly Zombies is.
Damn. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at
a little
Charity
bit
go.
better.
Hell,
And
look
then
at
she
that.
goes into like
Just start
shading.
shading.
Well, what was great was I was like, oh, that's actually Paul Sigler.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That was me as well.
All right.
Wow, that was cool.
Buzzers are reset. King.
Yeah. Trevor D.
We gotta get to the Trebs, yeah.
All right. And here buzzers are on. Here we go. Oh, where'd my mouse go? All right, here we go.
Oh no.
Why did you say oh no so quickly? Andrew King.
Autobiopic.
It is not autobiopic. Josiah.
Is it interconvoluted, Shin?
It is not interconvoluted Shin. Zach.
Death by Friendship.
It is not Death by Friendship. Wow. All right. Buzzers are reset. We're going to hit play.
Okay.
Andrew King.
Evil.
It is not evil. Josiah.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's what I was gonna say. Stabbing.
Time on Josiah. Zach.
Yeah.
Is it Meaningless McGlone Fever Dream?
It is not. Wow. Buzzers are reset. Hitting play.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. It went away. King.
Rotten Roommate.
Correct. It is Rotten
There we go.
Roommate.
Jeez.
Yeah. Once I had the
Nice.
dog. Yeah, once
It
I had the dog.
shows
Oh, the
how many deaths have been in our films.
Yeah. Like stabbing. So like all of them.
Rotten Roommate. Aaron Winterowski.
All
Andrew,
right.
Andrew,
Let's
you're kind
finish
of
this.
cleaning up here.
Yep. Trevor for E.
All right.
Are any of these double Jeopardy?
No.
We're in the final game.
All right. Here we go. All right. And there we go. Sorry. The silence is so loud. Zach.
Is it Sweaty Gains?
It is Sweaty Gains.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's a woman.
Yeah, I don't know why, but Sweaty Gains.
Why is Levi's mouth open?
Muscular and female? or am I muscular and female? Is that what the intention is?
I believe that is you, and then these
Top
are
him
you
sweating down.
sweating
Yeah.
onto Levi.
Got it.
Let's
And
take
Levi
a look
is
at
like a little goblin.
yeah. Let's take a look at Levi's hair right here.
I'm more looking at the fact that Levi's mouth is open and sweat droplets are going into the mouth.
Sweaty Gains by Paul.
Oh my
Zach.
goodness.
Zach, the board is yours.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna go Charity A.
Charity A. All right,
Mhm.
and here we go. Andrew King.
What is photophoria?
Incorrect.
Oh.
Zach. Sorry.
It's
Well, tell me what's in the movie.
Yeah. No, it's Sam, and he's reacting to you getting obliterated by a million lions.
Mhm.
We'll take that. That would be
Yeah.
the greatest showdown.
Yes.
Point
Greatest
goes to
showdown.
Zach.
I thought it was Joel Sigler like being like two interviews, two great people.
Yep.
I'm not sure I
Facial
understand.
expression.
That is
Look at
very
that
impressive.
image. All right,
That's a good one.
Zach. Board is yours.
Charity B. Charity B.
And here we go. Josiah.
Kill happy.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it is. You beat me to it.
Yeah.
Guys,
You son of a
I do have to
gun.
say, y'all were all within like a quarter of a second. Those all popped up immediately.
The symmetrical shot. I love this shot. Oh,
Yeah.
can somebody send that to me? I might ask Charity for it.
She's so good.
They'll all
crazy
get
good.
they'll all get put in the chat.
Yeah, I love this.
But I mean, like, she even got like the doors, like the God. She sent me these, and I'll be honest with you. I've watched all of these at least 15 times. Like,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, they're very impressive.
They're very satisfying to watch. Josiah, I believe you got that one
I
right.
want to see one of the Pixel ones. Let's do Pixel A.
All right, Pixel A. All right, it starts off green. Anybody have any guesses? All right, here we go.
Is this your artsy handiwork, McGlone? Oh, I know what it is.
Andrew King.
It's Lander's Betrayal Taco Bell one.
Yes, correct. Can see the full image realized. Yep.
Very cool. What a beautiful shot.
Iconic.
All right, King.
Let's save Charity for last because I want to end on a high note. Let's do Pixels B.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
How dare you? All right, it starts out gray. No? Okay. All right, and go. Andrew.
It's Tanner's story from this past year of him and the book 4.
Yep.
Chronicles of Light.
Chronicles of Light, chapter 4.
Nice.
It really is interesting. Like towards the end, it really just becomes a vibrating picture.
All right,
Andrew.
Pixel C. Pixel C.
All right, and here we go. Zach.
Oh, we know what it is. I'm just ashamed that you didn't pick the other image.
Yeah. I thought about it. I really
yeah, it is LePage.
LePage, yes. No, I thought about it. Don't but then figured I don't want a screenshot of that on my computer. Zach.
Yeah, I think Andrew's got a good strat. Let's do Pixels D.
Let's end with Charity.
Yeah.
All right, and here we go. Andrew.
Rotten Doppel.
Correct.
Yeah.
Nice.
Andrew, you're like getting them just like a split second before I chime in.
I'm like hearing you all get it, like just right after.
Rotten Doppel. All right. King, going to E.
Pixels 3, yep.
All right, and here, oh, my bad. Buzzers are reset, and here we go. King. Oh,
American Unsightly.
Correct.
Yep.
Oh man, well done.
Anywhere.
I
like
don't want
how
to say
the mole is like a square.
It's a
on
pixel.
the filter.
The chocolate chip.
I don't want to like spoil the ending of this episode, but before we went into this, Andrew was at like 150 while y'all were still sub 100, and he is racking them in right now. So we'll
Play to win.
see. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
Andrew,
over.
what's
Charity C.
Charity C? Here we go. This one's a good one. King.
It is thrice the dice.
Correct.
Yeah, I could tell that hair anywhere.
Yeah, as soon as I saw Harry, I was like, that's
Oh, that's so cool.
awesome.
Yeah, I definitely want that one. Oh, that's so awesome.
Damn.
Can you have
Hell
Charity do
yeah.
one of my mole? Like, why couldn't that be drawn by her?
Because I
wonder
love
how
her
she
and I did
does.
not want to subject her to that.
That's fair.
Did you choose the images that she would draw?
No, I told her to basically play Pictionary. She can. The direction I gave her was like, basically, it can either be a movie poster, you can take a screenshot from the film, whatever. I gave her like complete creative control.
Nice.
And same went to Trevor. I told him the exact same thing.
Good. Good.
And really,
All right.
I feel like they're pretty similar if we're comparing apples to
All
apples.
right.
I think you're the only one, bud, but all right. All right, last one. Here we go. Andrew.
My girlfriend is a screen.
Correct.
Nice.
I like hit it,
yeah.
and then I was like, "Oh, was I the one?" And I was like, "Nope." Andrew got it first. Andrew's a
Look at
fast
Levi
buzzer.
and his screen.
Awesome. Oh my gosh.
Even got Anna de Armas in there.
Wow.
So good.
Impressive.
You can even tell that Levi is just in his place of happiness in this picture.
It doesn't make sense how good these are. Like,
Yeah. No, they like actually look like the person. That's the thing. Like,
yeah, it's incredible. Let me go ahead and add up these points. We do have one. It's not a mini game. It's a mini version of a mini version of a. Shut up. It's a micro game. But real quick, let me add these up. It's not over yet. Josiah and Zach, y'all still have a chance. If you
yeah, all right.
That jeez. In that mini game, do we have any guesses on who got the most points?
Me.
I think it's probably Andrew.
So Josiah got 20, Zach got 30, and Andrew got 100.
Cool. Cool.
Sounds accurate.
play to
Sounds
win.
about right.
Andrew, I do appreciate how hard you go.
I hate myself the whole time. But I don't like losing. I really don't like losing.
All right. That being said, your total points right now, Josiah, you have 94.
Yes.
And if y'all will do me a favor and write these down real quick.
34?
Or I can write them down. Josiah has 94. Zach, you have 125.
225?
125.
Oh, okay.
I gotcha.
And King has 226.
Damn.
But it's not over quite yet, folks. All right.
Dude, if you have a 100-point question, I still lose to Andrew.
But if there's 200-point questions,
Now, what we're gonna do, just so we can have a little bit of some form of
so you can rob me of the win.
correct.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna play some blackjack.
What?
torture you're subjecting us to.
So we're gonna play 3 rounds of blackjack. Okay.
Okay.
The buy-in is at least 5 points. Okay. Does everybody know how to play blackjack?
I don't
No.
think I do.
Okay. Goal is to here. I'll place a bet in.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will deal. The goal is to get as close to 21 without busting. I'm trying to get closer to 21 than the dealer. So I have a 13. I can either hit or stay. All right.
Okay.
If I hit,
okay.
so now it goes up to 16. I probably want to stay because the likelihood of me getting under 5 isn't high. I'll hit it anyway just for the fun of it. 22, I bust. Dealer wins. I don't get any points. Basically, if you win, you double your points. So if you put 100 in, you will get 200 back.
Okay.
All right. So that being said, Andrew, you're going first. Would you like to buy in?
Oh, why is that? I should go last. Now I'll go 5.
Andrew's
I
gonna-
have to buy in, right?
You don't have to. You don't have to gamble if you don't want to. But your
Oh,
minimum
round one,
has
then,
your minimum has to be at least 5. If
yeah,
you
whatever
do.
the minimum. Well, okay, hold on. Basically, I'm trying to see if I have to sacrifice any points. Like, if I don't have to sacrifice point, there's 3 rounds of this, right?
Yeah, and like in theory, Josiah or Zach can just win 3 times and completely leave you in the dust.
Well, but they would have to get tokens from the other people.
All right. While Andrew is thinking about it, Zach, would you like to buy in? And how many?
I'll do the minimum bet, whatever the minimum is.
Okay. All right. That's your pile over there.
Okay.
Zach, would you like to buy in?
Yes.
How much?
125.
Oh. Thank you to our sponsors. All right. 1, 20, and 5. Okay. Josiah, would you like to buy in?
Yeah, I'll buy in for 70.
All right. Let's go ahead and deal them on out. All right, Andrew, you're at 13. Would you like to hit or stay?
I will hit.
18, hit or stay?
Stay.
All right, Zach, 18, hit or stay?
I'm at 18.
Yep. So Jack is 10 and 8,
Yeah.
so 18.
Okay. I'll stay.
You'll stay. Josiah, you're at 17, hit or stay?
Am I just trying to beat the dealer?
You're just trying to beat the dealer.
So it doesn't matter what they have.
Dealer has a 6 showing. Yeah, it doesn't matter what they have. You're just playing against the house.
Okay, I'll stay.
Stay. All right.
Mhm.
Let's see what the dealer does. What happened here? Stand. Yeah. Dealer has 17. So Andrew, you got 5 points. Zach, you got
Oh.
125.
Click,
Wait,
So
Zach-
is he leading now?
Zach
No, he's
has
not.
250 now. Andrew has 231. And Josiah, since you tied, you didn't get
No.
anything.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay.
Okay. All right. With those new numbers,
Okay. All right.
Andrew, you're now behind.
No, I'm not. I'm ahead.
You're at 231 and Zach is now at 250.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, just deal me in for 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Zach, what do you want to do? You're in the lead now.
I'll also go in for 10.
Okay. Being a little conservative. Josiah, you're getting left in the dust here a little bit. What do you want to do?
Did I lose all those points? Like, am I down
No,
to
since you tied, it's called a push. where basically y'all just parted ways. You kept your money. You're still at 94.
Got it. Well, then I guess I'll do 94.
My man's going all in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's deal them up. Oh my god! All right, Andrew, you have, you have 17. Would you like to?
So I just have to beat them.
You just have to beat the dealer. Dealer has
Dealer
7
has
showing.
7.
Yeah, I'll stay.
Okay. Zach, you're at 20. Would you like to hit or stay?
I'm gonna stay.
Good idea. All right, Josiah, do you know how aces work in blackjack?
It can be either a 10 or a 1, right?
A 1 or an 11.
Or an 11. So I can make it 20.
So that number says that it is either 10 or 20. So basically, if you hit and it's a 5, then it'll be 15. Or if it's a 1, it could be 21. It's up to you on how you want to play it. Would you like to hit?
I'm gonna
or
go
stay?
ahead and I'm gonna stay.
You're gonna stay at 20. All right, and you're gonna stand. All right. All right. Zach got 10. You're at 260 now. Josiah, what's 94 plus 94? That's 188. Andrew, you lost.
I did.
So you're at 221. All right, last round. Isn't this fun, Andrew?
You know what? I knew everyone's films better than the other people. So while you all are just covering yourself in sin by gambling, I am focused on relationships. So you know what?
Andrew.
To each their own, but I smoked y'all. Yeah, let's prove gambling is a sin. Let's go 221.
There it is. 2, then 20, and a 1. All right, Zach.
Hold on.
Are you about to sneeze? He's watching a blackjack instructional video. What are you doing? Zach, come on.
Can you hear the music play?
It's very gargled.
It's The Gambler by Kenny Rogers.
Yep. I mean, I gathered that.
When to hold 'em. I'm gonna bet it all.
That's 260, right?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that's under. 260. And Josiah, you have 188 in the bank.
I have 188.
Now, in theory, if they both lose
they both
everything,
bust. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just it's.
I'm gonna do 10.
Go all in. Go all in. 10 doesn't
Last
help
round,
you.
right?
10 doesn't help you.
It does help me if you both lose.
No, well then just don't bet anything.
That's true, but I could at least get a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. 10 final answer?
10 final answer.
All right. Good luck to all gamblers. I'm so excited. Oh, wow. All right, Andrew with the 19.
Nice.
Would you like to hit or stay?
I'm going to stay.
I would. Good idea.
Yeah.
Stand. Zach, you're showing a 12.
Hit me, baby.
14. Ooh.
Okay. Hit me one more time.
17.
We'll stay.
All right.
Real quick question. Can the dealer only get 2 cards or can they add to their cards?
The dealer can draw as many as
You
they
can get as
want.
many as yeah. Okay, cool.
Same as y'all. Y'all can just keep hitting.
Mhm.
All right, Zach, you want to hit or stay?
Stay.
Probably smart, but I don't know. All right. Josiah, 14. That's a break number, man.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hit. I'll go ahead and hit.
Ooh, bust.
Ooh.
Busted. Well, I didn't
All
lose
right.
much, though.
So both
But the dealer
Andrew
busted too.
Yep. So Zach, you get another 260. So that's 4 and then 12. So what's that? 520. And then Andrew, you have 442. And Zach and Josiah, you end with 178. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present the champion of this finale episode, Mr. Zach Adam.
I am the gambler.
Zach, how does it feel to be so good at sin?
It feels like a winner.
Yeah.
All right.
That was fun.
There we go. Tons of mini games. Thank you for spending time with me. I mean, we've talked about the past. We've talked about this year. Let's talk a little bit about the future. Is there anything y'all can tease? Anything reveals, spoilers, anything y'all got for me that we can look forward to for next year? Y'all are all waiting on each other to talk, I guess. Zach, you are muted, my love.
Yep.
Sweet. So we did think long and hard about our decision for this year. And yeah, I mean, the main thing that we want to do is probably advise everyone that whatever plans that they have, it will probably be disrupted. If you've already got a synopsis for a film that you want to run with, I will say that it will be very unlikely that it'll mesh perfectly well. So I don't know. Anything you guys want to add to that?
Yeah, I was gonna there's a very famous quote by the philosopher Lord Farquaad that I think applies in this situation. He's quoted back in 2001 for saying, "Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to take." And I think that truly does apply this year. As you know, some of you will be okay this year. That is true. Some of you will be able to do your films no problem. But as we were randomly assigning different roles and not roles, different rules to people. Some of you will be okay, and some of you will die. But that is a sacrifice that we, the council, are willing to make.
Very nice. Do we have any prospects of new members this year?
Nope.
No. 14's a good number.
Yeah, I think we're in a good place.
Yep. We got our competitors. It all worked last year. I think we're good.
All right. Well, what expectations do y'all have for filmmakers this year? Anything that extra challenges or statements y'all want to make before we end the episode?
There are some extra. I'll look this up too. Josiah, you might have this actually, but we did discuss adding a couple awards. Do we want to say those now? That might be kind of fun.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
we can do that.
I would love that.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull this up.
I probably have about 5 more minutes, and then I gotta go. So.
Yeah.
It's nearly midnight.
Yeah. So as far as new awards go, we're looking at adding an award for best script. That award will be added. This award was this other award was requested a lot last year with cinematography. We're realizing that some people are taking the filmmaking and the shooting like really, really seriously. So we're adding a cinematography award. We are also, this I'm really excited for. We're going to be adding a Best Super Short award. The length of that being, so obviously there's the 8-minute, 3-second, 69 frame. Everything has to be shorter than that. But if you submit something that is shorter than 3 minutes, 14 seconds, and 69 frames, 3:14:69, that puts you up for consideration for the Best Super Short award. So we think that will be very fun. And then this, I believe, was proposed by just Josiah's wife, Melissa. I think, if not, correct me, Josiah, but we're looking at a Best Dressed Costume award. So this would be at the festival. We'd love if the festival became sort of a Comic-Con of sorts. So, people can come dressed as their favorite Party Room Film Festival characters. And then there will be a vote at the end of the night for who is dressed the best out of us 14. I think so. Did I miss anything?
That was pretty much it.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. Any encouraging statements, parting words that you would like to make to the directors before we leave?
So I think there was, didn't Matt Stice request a special something in his episode?
I believe he was given a wish.
Yes.
Outside of the jurisdiction of the council.
This was not a sanctioned wish.
Being siphoned from the Holy Trinity here.
Yeah. Well, so if I recall, if I can speak for the group here, I believe the wish was that he wanted to work with one of the gentlemen from Room 300, so either Aaron, Landers, or Levi. He wanted one of them to be his assigned actor. And while that's great, it really showed, like, that's his wish, that's wonderful. But we didn't want to trample on his creativity in any kind of way through that. And so because of the great affinity he has with Room 300, we thought it would be great if we didn't just assign him Aaron, Landers, or Levi, but we assigned him all three, Aaron, Landers, and Levi, for his film. So in Party Room Film Festival Year 4, he will have to use all three of those actors. And not only that, we didn't want to stop there either.
Oh, no.
There are 3 other gentlemen in the group who also lived in Room 300, Sam, Mitch, and Cody. And so because we are an all-loving council, Matt will not only have to work with just Aaron, Landers, and Levi, but he will also have to include Sam, Mitch, and Cody in his film. So to fully state and grant the wish for Matt Stice, he will have to use, for his film to qualify for Party Room Year 4, he will have to use in his film as an actor, pictured in some way, every nerd who lived in Room 300 that is currently participating in the film festival. So that includes, but is not limited to, Aaron, Landers, Levi, Cody, Mitch, and Sam. So he will have to use all 6 of those actors.
I believe this also doesn't count for the random drawn person that will be added to his film. So there might be a 7th person that he has to include when that name is drawn. So,
yeah. Again, we hear him. We're happy that I don't know it comes from, but I know
his wish was that one of those 3 would be his assigned actor.
It's decided.
We granted his wish, and I don't know why he has such an affinity for that room and the people who live in that room, but I think it shows just how committed he is to the community as a whole. And we're excited that he wanted to work with all 6 of those actors and include all 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, your wish has been granted. Thus saith the council. Wow. Have fun with that, bud. All right. And any final thoughts before we end season 2 of the podcast?
Did we miss anything?
I
think that's
Trevor.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it later.
We'll do it later.
Yeah, I'll figure out something.
We can send you what we decided.
Okay.
Cool. Well, yeah, do you want to just do like a quick little thank you to everybody? Yeah.
That's kind of what I've been trying to get y'all to do. Yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you everyone for doing the Party Room Film Festival. We love planning it. It's crazy. This year is like, it is definitely going to be if everyone does, like I'm looking at the info now, and if everybody does to the best of their ability what this is, it's going to be freaking nuts. So, yeah, probably you shouldn't plan anything. Maybe you should. We'll find out. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, we're really excited to see what you create.
All right. Well, from the council, from me, good luck to all of the directors at the Party Room Forum Forstival 4. I'm just trying to add fours in. Shut up, Andrew. This has been the PRFFP, and I'm just hanging out.
Hanging out with my family.
You know, that wasn't that bad.
Pretty close. Yeah.
That wasn't bad at all.
Not bad for us all being in different states.
All right. Love you guys.
So long, my friends, farewell, goodbye. I'd love to stay and play and sing for a while, but it's time to hit the road. Say goodbye, so long, farewell, bye-bye. Andy!
Goodbye to my friends, I'm glad you were here. It's time for us to go and get another beer. I'd like to see your smiling faces again, so goodbye, my friends, bye-bye. Thank you for the open invitation, your kind of laws and adulation. But look at the time, oh Lord, we gotta fly. So long, farewell, baby, bye-bye.
Alright, kid.
Hey there now, friends, it's time to go. But we'll return and do another show.
That's right.
When we come back, drop in and say hi. So long, farewell, bye-bye.
Alright, Dirk, bring it home now. Come on.
Give me a smile and a warm embrace. Pick up your coat and grab that old suitcase. I hear the whistle blowing down the track, and say for sure when we're coming back. So long, farewell, baby, bye-bye. And now we're leaving with tears in our eyes. We'll be back soon, so don't you cry. So long, farewell, bye-bye. So long, farewell, bye-bye. So long, farewell, bye-bye.
Whoa.
Well, there it is, the end of Season 2 of the Party Room Film Festival podcast. Thank you to all the directors who submitted films and who participated in interviews. This couldn't have been done without you, so appreciate it. Special thank you to Andrew for the thumbnails and the podcast intro. I mean, wow, Season 2, we had a lot of great moments. This season we played mini games, had pregnancy announcements, Sam got canceled, and we even had a new version of My Girlfriend is a Screen Drop. Even had a wives episode. Thank you to the wives for doing that. Also found out that women listen to this podcast. That's wild. Whoever does the podcast next year needs to remember that. Speaking of, might not do a season 3. If there is one, might be a new host. We'll play it by ear and see how we feel when the time gets here. But until then, This has been the PRFFP, and I'm just hanging out.